on. They gave my Uncle Cleve too long. My big cousin Cleve, that's a soul. It used to be so thick in the nose. I'm getting wiser when I'm getting old. It's choke fire, let me get on wood. I run the town, make a nigga know this. I run the show, boy, act like you know, boy. That's my open like a goon, shout out to Po boy. I grew a fro boy, my shit might touch the flow, boy. I'ma give it to you raw, but in no cut. He got a job at the cleaners cause he fold up. Oh, you that nigga who be talking to troll, huh? I was careless, now I'm so careful. You getting money, they be so jealous. Kobe gon' feel like Machiavelli. I think that rich life more deadly. If y'all make a belly 3, come and get me. Run away at home, ain't have a leash. If it's over 50K, keep it factory. Now I see why all my people mad at me. I'm about to bounce back, we about to count stacks. I believe in God, I believe in rap. I told my people they won't be waiting long. I told the Ray I'm about to put it on. They gave my Uncle Cleve too long. My big cousin Cleve, that's a soul. It used to be so thick in the nose. I'm getting wiser when I'm getting old. It's choke fire, let me get on wood. I run the town, make a nigga know this. Hand me the ball, let a nigga snap. I'm dreaming about that money when I take a nap. When I was rested, I hit him with the 357. The other night, I was mad it wasn't real life. I'm trying to grow up so I can blow up. When I get them DLs, I'm doing donuts. Them crackers charge me too much, I ain't got no guts. But when I'm done with that bitch gon' look dumb. Let me tell you where I'm from, niggas get slumped. He laughing when he did it, he murdered for fun. I just asked my kin to roll a fat blunt. I'm writing rhymes in the back, trying to hurry up. I'm reminiscing about them days on them dirty cups. Let my niggas out, fuck a handcuff. I'm trying to stay consistent on my rap mission. I'm trying to buy beans with the hat missing. I told my people they won't be waiting on everybody. I told the Ray I'm about to put it on. They gave my Uncle Cleve.
Yes, sir. What's going on? All right, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another podcast of Alphacology, man, where we here to be the best versions of ourselves. We're gonna be kings, alpha kings out here. Be the most alpha male version of yourself, man. And I do have a special guest, man. I met this young brother a couple weeks ago. Very well spoken. Very, very, very intelligent. He definitely created. I like content creators, and he got good content, and he dropped some good game and some good gems for you young brothers out there that's looking to be in healthy interactions with women. All right. And save you a great heart deal and headache, man. He got a book coming out soon. I got a sneak peek at it, and it's lovely, man. It's definitely lovely, man. So we got a treat today, man. And like I always say, man, thank you for supporting the movement, man. This is Black Male Television. All right, Black Male Media. We're gonna tell our own story the way we want to tell it. All right. With that being said, man, I'm gonna bring my man in, Papi Knox from Knox University, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta share you. I definitely gotta share you on my Twitter too. Exactly what I'm gonna do, man. Yeah, it's definitely dope. So go ahead, add them to the stream for me. What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, brother? How you living? Okay, we're good.
All right, man. So I dropped a little gem for you, man, and I know you we like-minded, and I always tell my fellas on the podcast, on my Anchor podcast, man, you got to get with like-minded men so you guys can grow, iron sharpen iron, and a lot of stuff that I say, you know how to say it smoother. Yeah. So everybody a little bit different. I'm more of a brash, in your face coach. You know what I'm saying? I compared you yesterday. I was like, if this was Greece, I'll be Sparta.
Oh yeah.
You'll be Athens.
You know what I'm saying? I get the sequel, not the full show. All right, I feel you. Yeah, but no, it ain't no. It's not an insult. I feel you.
Yeah. So with that being said, like it's a lot of good things going. Like you got a lot of good stuff going, man, and that's some stuff that I would take in. You know what I'm saying? And what I really wanted to start doing was build a network from financial guys who could
Yes.
drop financial gems,
Mm-hmm.
uh, physical, mental, the spiritual part. Like I'm gonna bring my pop. I'm even gonna bring my pops on the show because that boy is a spiritual guru. And then even dating. So like I'm just not gonna be. It's just not gonna be always me. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
like that. I
want.
like that.
I'm not. I'm not doing this. I don't do my show for self-aggrandizement, but I really want my brothers, man, out there, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, to be the most
Yes.
alpha versions of themselves, and because that's what we're missing right now, and it's done by design, and I'm gonna jump on that in a minute, but in order to obtain the less people that could challenge power, the more powerful that entity gets, and nothing can challenge power like a man can. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, so they do a lot to thwart our masculinity. I feel like, and I won't even say I feel, I know that they don't teach us healthy interactions with women if we're heterosexual or anything like that. They usually
Mm-hmm.
they don't teach a lot of emotional intelligence. I feel like that starts in the home, and coming from where we are in the West and modern day society, it's a lot of single family homes out there, black, white, whatever, you know. So with that being said, man, go ahead and tell the people out there, man, a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So, yo, you know what? I wasn't always like this. I was a regular guy. I was the exact opposite, in fact, where girls would play me, and I was definitely friend zoned. Had my fair share of
All
adventures
being
with
played.
that. But yeah, I'm Papi Knox. I turned my life around about 6 years ago. I've been doing all of that. I talk about on Twitter, everywhere else you may find me, or in my private group. And I'm just a man that knows that if you want to do well in life, you got to have your brothers at your side and girls that are going to support you to be the best of you. And this is stuff that has always been around, but most people aren't living that way. Most men aren't living that way. They're either doing everything by themselves or not doing anything at all. So I'm just out here, Papi Knox from Knox University, giving people the harsh truths that they need to hear so that way they can get out and start conquering the world and living the life that they want to live. And you'll learn about me through the conversation we have.
Yeah, yeah, man. So like you said, living the life that you want to live. You know, I do a podcast on that like every month because
Hey, see?
I be trying to drop so much gems because a lot of cats. I was like, man, I have an issue with this, issue with that, issue with this. I'm like, bro, all right. When I'm doing my consultation, I'm like, all right, is this the life you want to live, or this the life you somebody told you this is what you need to do, right? And
Exactly.
I had that issue too, you know, and I had to sit down with my pops a long time ago. He was like, is this what you really want? I'm like, you know what? It ain't what I really want. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you learn that lesson. You keep moving. You keep growing. If you stay in the same spot, you're gonna look like a fool. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look like a simp. So, anyways, I got up like I've been doing this for a couple years, and this one of my purposes in life, man. I just want to get everybody in in a good flow and man, and let men know that you got support. If you want to be dominant, you definitely got my support. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you want to live the life you want to live, you got a lifestyle you trying to live because you actually thought about that and you worked on yourself and you focused on yourself and you know what you want, live it. So we usually have to go about that way. And then when it comes to the dating part of it, I like to bring certain people on because everybody have different perspectives. Everybody not going to be like me. You know what I'm saying?
Or
So that's why I brought you on for a little smoother perspective. But a lot of stuff I agree with that you're
yeah,
doing.
it's all the same. Just and that's what I mean when I say live your own life because you're not trying to be me. We're not trying to be you. Every man is his own man. But if you learn, you take a look at what we're doing, tailor it to your life, and then live your version of it. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and that's what I be trying to get everybody to understand. Like, man, I grew up around a bunch of men. I took a little bit from my uncles, my pops. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that I looked up to. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie to you. So, and I'm not trying to be like nobody but myself, but I'm gonna take
Whew,
got a
amen.
gym that I need, I'm gonna take it and use it. You know what I'm
Amen.
saying? That's why if y'all know I have a certain mentality or a certain way I approach a certain thing, y'all can take it and use it. That don't mean you trying to be like me. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So um I do want to Paris on they talking trash.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Don't worry about that.
don't worry, man. Yeah, they got a Twitter space tonight. I think I'm gonna crash it for a little bit.
Oh yeah, we'll have some fun after this. Actually, yo, real
Oh,
quick. So what you said a lot of things that are really great, but I want to go back to what you were talking about with your dad. So you have your dad in your life. You have a good relationship. Has it always been that way?
yeah.
And there
Uh,
you have it.
it's actually always been my pops love me to death, man. It
Mm.
be some stuff here because I don't know. I think I have a bad habit of trying to do stuff my way and not listen to him. He just feel like
We
you
all do
always
with our
do.
dads. We all
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. So he'll go to like my cousin or somebody I look up to or he think I look up to, and then be like, man, tell him to do this. And then I start doing it. He's like,
Mhm.
you know, I told him to tell you, right?
Yo, that's a good
Yeah.
dad.
Hey, so
Ooh,
everybody love my pops in my hood, man. Everybody love him. He cool.
that's
You know what I'm
beautiful.
saying? And I got mad at him one day because he was like, "You need to do this with your woman." Dad, I said, "Man, you teach me how to be like my mama. These women are not my mom." Like, you know what I'm saying? He
And
was
there it
like,
is. I
you
respect
know,
my dad, but I don't do everything he tells me because some things don't fit
exactly.
for
'Cause I said,
2021.
this ain't 83,
Exactly.
2021. All right. You
But I
bring
love
your
it. I don't know if you get this from your dad, but my dad will be like, "Yo, you made the right choice." So when he does see that I did something that he wouldn't have done, he's like, "Whoa, that was smooth. I'm glad you did that." And those are happy moments for me because sometimes you doubt
Mhm.
yourself and you're close with your dad. You're saying this and that, but that moment where he says, "Yeah, that was good. That was good."
Yeah, it'd be like that, man. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm definitely gonna get Pops on the show one day.
Please
When I
do. Please do.
when I when I talk about the spiritual
Mm.
aspects of things, like he the reason I read that Bible back and forth, and I be going back and forth with him, like, well, this is what you know what I'm saying.
Good
But
for you, man. Good for you.
yeah. So with that being said, man, I want to jump into you know I put a bookmark on Twitter
Okay.
about a book that you're writing about the 5 F's. Is it 5 F's or 4 F's?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got a new title, but it's about the 5 Fs. So, and it's available to everybody who's listening right now. So I made it just for this show, but it's gonna help people beyond.
Yeah,
And
I was late to the show reading it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to copy and paste this and tweet it.
you know
But
what?
I
Of
want
all the books that I've ever written, that one I was like, should I put this out to the public? Especially for free, because it's one of those things where I say some stuff that's definitely going to offend some people. I know the feminists like to get on my ass, but it is what it is, and we all live everything that I write. So whether you like it or not, if you're upset, don't get mad at me. You got to talk to God about that. I didn't make this world. I just live in it. But anyway, yeah, the 5 Fs. Those are so the book is 5 keys for easy dating. I just kept it simple.
5 keys for ease and dating.
And
Correct. I
so
was
here's
about to
what it
call it
is.
that.
What's up?
I said I was about to call it, but I was just like, nah, I ain't asking. You know what I'm saying? I be
Yeah, I
trying to
feel
ask
you.
you. So
Yeah. But no, it's about the 5 Fs. So a lot of guys have problems with girls because they choose the wrong girls. And there are a lot of great girls out there. Like I argue 80% of the women out there are great. But if you're not looking at them, vetting them and see if they're going to fit in your life,
excuse me.
you're fucking up
Wait,
from the
wait,
start.
wait, wait.
Oh,
You
you don't. All right, come on now.
80% of the women, and I argue the opposite.
No, yeah, we both be right in some way, but I don't know what the number is, but I feel, but you know what it is? I live my life a certain way, so I attract a certain people. And it's not just women, it's men. So like the
Yep.
fact that you and I are vibing is the same way that I'll meet random people, random women, and it always goes well. So because I carry myself a certain way, I get to enjoy life a certain way. So maybe my numbers are actually wrong, but if you just do the things that I teach, you're going to get the same results that I get. So in my world, it's 80%.
Okay, yeah. So you apply. See, now this guy right here is practicing what he preaches, and I think he's doing a real good job at it too. You live by the 4 F's. I mean the 5 F's, right?
Yeah, it used to be 4. And then I
Okay.
realized there are a lot of women out here with trauma, so I need to add another F. Because I forgot
Yeah,
about them. Those
yeah,
are
man.
the young Knox used to date the girls with the trauma. These days, no trauma, no therapy, none of that. None of that. I hate my dad and all this other stuff. None of that. I can't tolerate it, so I can't be around it.
Yeah, I dated some women with daddy issues too, and
And don't get me wrong, like daddy issues ain't bad. It's do you have daddy issues and you can't let go of them? Because there's some. I think most women have daddy issues, right? But there are women that can be good with you with daddy issues, and there are women that can't, and they'll always bring up their daddy issues. So I'm not going to put any of my girls on blast, but that is out there. But you can still have a healthy life.
oh yeah, oh yeah, you just got to know how to move, and I always say that like you're right. You can definitely say it's everybody got some good, like everybody got a good side, bad side. It depends
Yeah.
on your interaction with them, I guess.
But you got to be
Sometimes,
functional. That's all it is. Like, is it something that every morning you're waking up? Oh, I hate this person. I hate that person. I hate my dad. Or can you actually go to work, do what you got to do, have a good time, be fun, and get after yours? Because the past is gone. Ain't nothing we can do about that. It's already done. Like literally. And that's the blessing. I don't know if you and your dad have ever talked about it, but at the end of the day, the past is the most forgiving thing out there.
you just jumped on here. What do you say? If women would be true to their own oneself, men could not do what they and be
Wait,
dogs. Do
say
what they
what?
do and be
What do you?
dogs. He
Hold
said,
up.
hold on, let me see what it said. Oh, if women could be their own oneself, men could not do what they do and be dogs. Oh man.
Oh, I mean,
Don't
but yeah,
take
that's when
don't
we
take
go
it.
back to what you were saying about living in 1983. Like, yeah, we would have gone back to the way it was. But
Yeah.
now the game is different. So we got, listen, women are
It,
ruthless.
yeah, but but you know what? I think it's like it's generations of trauma and curses
Oh,
that
no, absolutely. What I'm saying is women today are ruthless. We're
oh
talking
yeah,
about catfish. We're talking about heavy makeup. We're talking about surgeries. We're talking about ghosting you. We're talking about all the little
blasphemy.
shit that they do to
I'm
fuck up
taking
your world. So you got to
exactly.
be just as ruthless to one, handle it, and then two, have a counter move because it's just chess. She's gonna make
Yeah.
her move. I'm gonna do my move, and my move has to be better than hers, so I win the game. That's all it is.
Positioning yourself right. I get it. And
Mm. Yeah,
so
man.
that first F, what is that? Which one is
Oh,
that?
you want to go through it? Okay, okay. So let's
I,
let's let's
we
break it
could do
down.
like 2 or 3 and like they could go
No, I
six or
don't mind
seven.
either way. Like I said, this book is free, so we can talk about the whole book. We can talk about anything wherever the
Oh,
conversation
okay. Yeah. Oh,
goes.
it's a free book.
That's right.
Man,
Yeah, yeah. It's available for everybody. Everything that I say here, it's going to go into more depth in the book. And then it's only 30 pages. Not even 30 pages. I think it's like
yeah, but
25.
that's crazy. That's crazy because I was praying the other night and I was like, man, I gotta finish my book and I need to sign. I'm like, I think I'm gonna finish it in January. Like, and then
No,
you
no, don't
came, you
say
were
that.
like, oh yeah, I'm working on the book. Oh yeah, I just finished the book. I'm like, oh man.
But you know
I
what it
just,
is? And I'll give you a
yeah,
hack, especially if you talk with your boys about business on this show. All I did was copy and paste all my tweets and I put them into a
oh,
document. So the
I need to
content's
do
already been written. I live the content and I tweet what I live. So I just copy and paste what I tweet and now I got a book. It took me
yeah,
all of 5 hours.
I gotta go back and get all my tweets because I like to elaborate on what I say. I say a lot of
Exactly,
stuff and
exactly.
people always hit my inbox like, what do you mean by that? Now I'm like, oh, I'm putting in the book,
Save it
don't
for the
worry.
book. here's
Yeah,
that. Here's that sign up page. $9.99. You'll get it.
yeah. And nah, this book ain't gonna be free. I gotta get something. I think it's very important. Like what you're doing, you're actually leaving a legacy. I feel like every man should
Mm,
have something that once they leave this earth, it is behind, right? And
absolutely.
I want to say that's part of being the most alpha version of yourself. That's part of being a king. King leaves
Thank you.
a legacy behind, and one of those ways is maybe music. So you got these cats that's doing music, and you
Oof.
got these cats that leave books or poems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I want to leave my book. Shoot, my sister wrote a book. So that was the first. I'm like, man, she left her legacy before I left my. I mean, I got my DNA on this earth, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
left her legacy too. So I got it all because I remember since 8th grade, I was in my ELA, my language arts class, when we was reading the book. It was boring, and I was like, the teacher was like, you need to pay attention. This is his legacy he left behind. I'm like, man, this book sucked. Like I could have made a better book. She was like, maybe one day you'll write a book and I'll be, somebody will be arguing about paying attention to your book. And be like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
So I think everybody has to be here and be like, this is what this is what this is what he stood for. So if I had
Exactly.
offspring, I got, this is what this man stood for. This is what your great great grandfather stood for. This is how he was like. I think
Exactly.
that's very important.
And that's what
We
I do.
always
Everything
use
that I put out.
all that.
Oh, you sound like you were underwater. You there, bro? I can't hear
Yeah,
you.
you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. But I mean, that's why I do everything that I do, which is I need my children to know all the lessons that I know. I want to, if I could, I would like the Matrix, just download everything in my mind and put it into my children. And that's what, as a father, that's our goal, especially with our sons. It's like, I need you to know everything that I know so you can do it better, faster, sooner. Because if I knew everything I knew before the age of 16, ooh, my life would be totally different.
I'd probably be a millionaire.
Exactly. I mean, we're both going to be, but it's just we would have had a head start, and our sons will have a head start.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad. I said, "Man, I had 5 Bitcoins." He was like, "I was gambling online." I just took the money. So it was just like, so everybody, like, if you could go back in time, it wouldn't have cost me no money just to keep those Bitcoins and keep up with.
I thought Bitcoin was about drugs because that's how everyone was buying drugs back in the day, and they still are probably. So I was just like, oh, I don't need to be involved in that.
That's the first thing. I'm like, man, ain't no drug dealer. Like, I ain't no international white collar drug dealer. Like, I was just like, I ain't know anything. I ain't know any better. But the thing,
exactly. The wrong people told me the wrong news.
It always end up like that. Yeah, man. So yeah, that first F.
Yeah, we kind of already talked about it. So the first F is functional. So if she is dysfunctional, she's dealing with that trauma. And when I say trauma, I mean she's dealing with something that she hasn't let go. Her ex. You should not be dating a woman that has ever brought up her ex. And I don't know why guys are going out on dates asking women about their exes. That is the dumbest question. There's no valuable information that you're going to get out of that. That's going to make you, A, feel better as a man, and B, help you to lead her in your new relationship. So the past has to be the past. Let it go. Nothing exists when you meet this girl. Even if she's the biggest slut, everyone's fucked her, you got to pretend that none of that exists. If you can't just automatically think it, at least pretend that none of that exists because you're the new man in charge. She either follows your lead or she's for the streets.
Yeah, because if you think she for the streets, you're going to definitely manifest that out of her. I know that much.
If your dick game is right. But my thing is, I know not every man's dick game is right, so they can't fuck it out of her.
Yep.
So my advice is for people that are still getting there, but that's got to be the next book. Maybe not the next book, but within 18 months, I got to come out with some sort of course on how to fuck real.
Hey, I remember you were talking about that, but yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, fair enough. But that's the first step, functional. If she's talking about her past in a negative way, she's not for you, brother.
Let me ask you a question then.
What's
up? If she talk about her past, like, yeah, I've been through this, but I healed from this. I changed my life. Is that the same?
So I'll say, yeah, that's the same. That again, that's in a positive way. But two, when people go through that, they don't talk about it. When you've already overcome something, you already let it go. So even if it is good, you're grateful for the new life you have, that you're not even thinking about the past. You're just thinking about, this is what I get to do today. So if people have followed me, or if you're new to following me, I've had an extreme life. I've dealt with terrible things with my family, terrible things with women trying to trap me in a relationship, telling me I'm the father of their child, when we both know for a fact that ain't real. But it's not something you can just text and be like, I'm out. But when you're dealing with those kinds of things, like, I've already done it. Last year, I was homeless. I was homeless for 6 months. Nobody knew. I was homeless for 6 months and nobody knew because I didn't tell anybody. I had my car. No, I spent the last of my money on a car because I knew I could get to work. And it was more important for me to get to work to make more money than to have an apartment where I'd be spending more money. So I was going out on dates. I was dressing the same. I was going to work, putting money in my pocket. I was celebrating my birthday. I was living my full life, but I wasn't telling people the truth. So I could focus on what was important. I didn't need anybody being like, "Oh, I'm sorry for you," blah blah blah. No, I don't need any of that.
I wouldn't say that you was living the right way, but you just didn't tell people your business. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I got my best friends. I told my couple best friends.
Oh yeah.
But what I mean to say is, even when I was in the shit, I wasn't stressing about the shit. And healthy, that's what healthy people do. They may not do it as extreme as I did it, but that's a story I only tell because I'm on here. But to this day, the people in my life, they don't even know that I was ever homeless. And that's my point. Like, when you're happy, you only focus on the happy. You're not talking about the past.
And yeah, we definitely have to pick up on that because I think that's definitely the alpha male mindset where I always judge a man by I judge a man by, you know, two things: how much property he owns.
This is real estate. I feel you. I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet.
Look, how much property he owned and how he bounced back from adversity.
Amen.
Bounced back, or did it really? You know what I'm saying? How did he heal from the stuff that he went through? And we all had those little war stories. So yeah,
exactly. Life wouldn't be worth living if we didn't.
And then on top of that, it's like, you know, you had that journey, you had that story to tell, and at the same time, a lot of stuff I put it on my timeline. Like, I done went through some stuff that would have a dude fold. Yep. I done went through some stuff that would have probably had me dead or in jail. So we all done been there. Like, so you could have still been in that car, or you could have folded. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
But you know what? When you have real because confidence is internal.
Amen. And I'm glad you know that, because usually when people talk about the alpha thing,
ego is external, but confidence is inside of you. Like, if I go outside, I got a chain on, right? I lose my chain. I ain't stressing about it because I know how I got it.
If I lose it, I can get another one. Yep. Yeah. I was just about to say.
I get another one tomorrow.
Fair enough.
But I got enough confidence. Like, all right, I'll go a couple months without a chain. I know what I need to do. You know, if it's that important. At this point, if I lose some jewelry, I'm just not gonna see it for the next couple of years because I got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly. You know? Amen. You see, that's all it is. That's all it is. And I'm glad you know that. And what I was gonna say is that I'm glad. All right, most people, when they hear the word alpha, they think of image. They think of attitude, or they think of image. They think of, all right, he looks like this, he does this. Men and women do that, right? But you're smart because you know that it has nothing to do with what you look like. It has everything to do with how you think.
How you think, how you respond to your environment.
Exactly. There's an alpha mindset, there's a beta mindset, there's the gamma, whatever. And that's how you got to go through life, is recognizing like-minded people. All right, this guy has a mindset, I'm going to build with him. We met 2 weeks ago, and I know you better than I know people that I've known longer because they don't have the like-mindedness. I'm not going to be rude and say, oh, we can't be friends.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, maybe I will. But what I mean to say is I'm not going to devote all my time and energy to that relationship.
Yeah, if you get to that,
exactly. You and me, we went full on. So that's all it is. It's a mindset. It's nothing else. If you think about anything else, you're going to confuse yourself. But it's, are you going to take charge even when you're in a shitty situation?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I titled my last book, the one before I released today. My last book is called Take Charge. And it's the mindset you need to do the impossible. Like I said, I was homeless. I used to have a chronic illness. X, Y, and Z. I got so many different stories I can tell you.
Yeah,
and I'm not in those situations anymore.
Exactly. And so that's why I had brought you on the show too. Like, all right, as this dating coach, always, because some dudes, they get on here and I could look at them and say, man, you have success with women because you're 6'2", 6'3", you play basketball. You look
but do they really? You know what I'm saying?
do you really? You know, it's not about how many women you sleep with. It's about what did they add value to your life? Because I say it on this show all the time. I say, man, you can have 7 girls, and if you're getting all the same thing from them,
that's the tweet right there. Yup.
Yeah, that's
And
not
then
healthy at all. If,
no, it ain't.
if they coming over there and y'all doing the Humpty Dump, and then the next one come over there, they doing the Humpty Dump, and you still got a dump around you, you're doing it wrong. What are they doing for you? What are they doing to better your life? You know, that's why we got to give them the four F's. No, the
Yeah.
five F's. That's why we got to give them the five F's so
Yeah.
they can know now when you got a rotation, you want seven girls that's on the five F's, and that's gonna be hard as
Yes.
fuck.
That's an all-star team.
Yeah, that's an all-star team. We about to be
It's a
rich.
dream team. Thank you.
We
And
about
whatever.
to
Yeah,
be
but that's
rich.
what it is. So yeah, yeah. So let's see. Where were we? So we did functional, the
Functional.
trauma thing. Get rid of that. She got to be fun, and I'm
What
not
you mean
talking.
with fun?
I ain't talking like
My daddy say a
making
fun
jokes.
girl, and this is like, you know, a fun time. What you mean fun?
So I mean, they're all S for the sake of marketing. But at the end of the day, when I'm say fun, I don't mean she's a comedian. I just mean she doesn't take herself too serious. So a lot of guys are with girls that care too much about themselves that they don't see the world around them. And this is even in the Bible. Like you don't need to be spending time with people that aren't aware of their surroundings on a basic level. And women who are so careless because they're so inner focused in a self-centered way, not selfish. Selfish is not bad, but self-centered, that's unhealthy. And you can't be around that because
Mm-hmm.
when you have a hard time, she ain't going to be there for you. She's going to be headed toward the door. She might even be on the other side of that door by the time you reach out. And we've all
Exactly.
been there where we had a girl, we thought she was ride or die. And then it's like, oh no, I got in this situation. She's like, oh, I'm out.
What?
Like Speedy Gonzalez just out.
And a lot of men would be a lot of men would be upset, right? Upset about that, and that's another thing we like to call it red pill rage, where you thought you had the perfect girl, and then you realize you got played.
Yep.
And I do a lot of consultations, like, man, this chick did this, and like, calm down. Now that you see how she is, remember when she told you she was going to get her hair done, or she was at the gym, and you was like, yeah, honey, like all those red flags. You missed all those red flags. Remember, she told you she was best friends with her ex. Red flag. You know what I'm saying? But
That was the first F. Come on
you were
now.
too, you were too blinded by the Humpty Dump that you ain't even see that, or you didn't want to see that. You be like, I could change her, and nah, you couldn't.
Nah, you can't. I got that message this morning. My dude sent me paragraphs. He's inside my private network. I got a joint called Brothers Keeper where it's like 40 plus guys and we just talk about all these issues. And he reached out to me privately. And right off the bat, it was like 3 or 4 different paragraphs about him. He's like, I want to save her. And he meant literally save her from her lifestyle and save her with God. Because he's a godly man like me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I told him the number one rule when it comes to messages about girls. If anyone ever texts you more than one sentence about their girl, she got to go. Because the only thing a man should ever tell you be like, yo, my girl is so fly. Everything's going well. If he ever says anything more than that, you know, she got to be dropped.
Man, listen, my boy. I got my boy. He shall remain nameless, but the same
Exactly.
thing.
No names. No names.
Yeah, but I got a couple friends. They come to me, and you know, I came to them before. So it's like you said, man, that gotta go. That gotta go. We not like, and I said, bro, if you gonna be telling me about all that venting you doing, you already know we don't vent over here. We only look for solutions. You tell me the problem. We're not gonna
Exactly.
talk about the problem. We just gonna ask a few questions. All right, then what you need to do. You could do A, B, or C, or D, E, F. Like you got
Yeah.
solutions to do. One thing you're not gonna do is complain to me and then go back and continue to do the same thing. I'm gonna stop talking to you about that situation. Like that's just me. Like
Exactly.
I got a couple homegirls that do the same thing, and it is ridiculous. It's
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
expect it from women though. I don't expect it from
Yeah,
men.
yeah, yeah. Woman, and I get tired of them. I'll be like, hey, do not come to me just wanting to talk about your problems and putting all that negative energy in my space. Like, nah, we're going to talk
Yeah.
about something positive. If you tell me something negative, we're gonna talk about
Exactly.
the solution. And I get off this
Exactly.
phone, you either gonna do what I do what I told you to do or advise you to do, or you can stay the same. But please do not call my phone again with the same issue. He cheated on me again. Why is it?
He told you he would. Oh man. Yep. And my thing is, I don't want to hear it from
Then I just
women.
be like, just let him cheat. You gonna stay. You gonna stay. You ain't leave when I told you. Just let him cheat. Hey, if you ain't gonna do nothing, go cry in the corner and you gonna stay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So like I try to get these guys to understand that, but you're right. You want a woman that's comfortable in herself, that's fun.
Yeah. You can joke with. Because my thing is this: the women I date, I'm not interested in getting married. At least not a traditional marriage. I'm looking for a woman that's going to be my wife in a non-traditional way and the mother to my children. So if she's not fun, we're not going to have a fun family.
Yeah.
My children aren't even going to like her because I'm fun. They're going to be like, all right, dad's the best, mom sucks. I can't have that. We need to be on the same page. We need to be the same people. Not the same people. What do you call it? We got to be on one accord. And we got to have the same energy. So that way our children adopt that same energy. And so I can't risk it. I can't risk. I've been fucking longer than most people have been alive. I've never had a kid. I never will, unless I want one. And I've never had the STDs and all that. But if for whatever reason I accidentally get someone pregnant, she has to be tip top. She got to be ready to be the mother that I need her to be for my children. So if I don't even like her, why the fuck would I leave her with my children?
And I said this to one guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put it in my podcast. I say, if y'all actually judge, like y'all could just start thinking with this big head instead of the little head.
Thank you.
Can I see her being the mother of my children? Half of the women you want to sleep with will not even be on the list no more.
Exactly.
The list will go from like 15 to 3, maybe 4. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So I know if you got an 8-7 girl rotation, I already know if one of them show up late or something, a condom break or something like that, you're terrified. You're gonna be terrified.
Yeah.
You know what? I done been in those situations. Okay. And that's why the transparency I get. Listen, I was young, I was dumb, I done been in those situations. It's easy to fall back into that lust, but you gotta always have that mindset. Wake up every day.
Yeah.
That, hey, it's pitfalls out there. It's bad situations that you could get in. That's why it's important to have that arsenal, like you said, the 5 F's. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the third eye open. You gotta definitely crack open that Bible and use that as a
You gotta have
guide
your
to
brothers,
life.
so that way you can bounce things off of real men. Yeah.
And then you got your brothers. You know what I'm saying? You got your advisory committee. You know which one.
Exactly.
I feel like this. Every man who watched this show know who they could go to for some good wisdom. Even me, even though I be saying some crazy off the wall stuff, or it be oh man, what my girl just did this. What you leave her? like
that is always the best decision you can make.
Hey, get your space. Figure out, sometimes, I always tell dude, I say maybe it's time for a relationship renewal conversation. I feel
but that
like
means you gotta leave. You gotta become a new man, so that way if you go back, or if she comes back, it ain't the same. You're two different people.
It ain't the same.
But that takes a lot of discipline, and that's why, even though there's so much I want to teach guys, sometimes we got to go back to the basics. And it's like, do you have discipline? Do you know how to develop that? Because without discipline, it doesn't matter what I tell you. When you do it, you're not going to follow through, because it's going to get tough, and you don't have the discipline for it.
Yeah. So, with that being said,
we preach it to the choir. I wish this was a live audience, so that way the fellows could start chiming in.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. But with YouTube, we would have definitely got in. But check this out. And I'm looking online to see if anybody chimed in and out, because I know how the algorithm go. So, like, I do want you to have a time where you could cut this up and put it on your YouTube channel or put it on your
smart. I feel you. Thank you.
Better use that screen record. All right. With that being said, like, That was the third F, right? The fun.
No, that was the second one. So after we deal with trauma, we get to have fun. After fun, we're talking about, is she friendly? And again, it just starts with F, but what I'm really talking about, is she kind? Is she kind to herself? Is she kind to other people? This is the hard one to figure out because she might be kind to you, but when you go out in public, she's treating the wait staff bad. She's treating the people on the street bad. Maybe she might be saying nasty things, negative things.
I've been in a situation like I was dating this girl. She was nice to me, but she was very catty. And then one girl, she seen one girl and they was about to fight, right? And I'm breaking up the fight. I said, "What's wrong with you?" And the next thing you know, I see a fist fly out of nowhere. Thank God it was a slow fist. Now I'm in the fight, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm just oh, you trying to hit my girl?" I'm like, "Man, you." I just looked at her. I said, "You lucky he recognized me." You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, you know. So I'm just like, "Oh, you ain't been calling me." I'm like, "Hey, man, you putting me in crazy situations."
Exactly. Can't do that. Because listen,
now I'm scared. Like, no, because now I beat somebody up, or I get shot, they get stabbed. I punch them in the right spot.
And what's the reason you gotta tell the judge?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my girl was getting disrespected. Like,
and that's the thing. As a man, we're prepared to lay down our lives, even on a first date. I don't know about you, but on a first date, if I'm out with a girl and someone grabs for her ass, I'm down to fight. Which means I know that I think you and I are both fighters. I used to be until my health went poor, so I got to get back into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I know that if a fight goes down, there's a chance that either I'm going to die or that other person is going to die. Not because I want to kill them, but when you're in the street, anything can go wrong. They fall over, they break their neck, game over. So if that's the risk, it got to be something important. It got to be, I was protecting my girl. This guy came out with a gun. He was about to rape her. I did what I had to do.
Yeah, something like
Not
that.
because he spilled my drink, he stepped on my shoe, and then it was a fight.
Yeah. She looked at me wrong. Like, I literally was on South Beach a couple weeks ago with a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
She started cussing these dudes out. Like, y'all ain't gonna handle this. I'm like,
we did. We walked away. I'm at home. Why are you still there?
Yeah, they ain't do nothing to me. You were supposed to be next to me walking this way. You went back that way.
How much easier your life is when you stand by your man.
Yeah. So I ain't understand that. I was just looking at her like, yo, we just met and I just realized that you get me in trouble.
Yep.
Your ego. Yeah. And I feel like women who aren't friendly, they just have they have a lot of ego.
Yeah. And it goes back to the first step. They're dealing with some sort of trauma or whatever. So that all of these things that we're talking about with the 5 Fs, they're all related. So if she's deficient in one, I bet you she's going to be deficient in another.
Yeah.
You wouldn't buy a shitty car, so why would you date a shitty girl?
So I try to date. You know, if we're gonna date somebody who got a personality, who's funny, who's fun. Ain't got to be a comedian, but who's fun, who has a pleasant aura about them.
Yeah.
That's who I usually want to date. Somebody who likes to smile.
Yeah.
You know, goes out like, okay, like if she's non-confrontational. You know what I'm saying? Because if you see me in a fight, they earned it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I don't fight in vain. Thank you.
They earned it. That means it was like one try. All right, chill. Second try. All right. 3 strikes you out type thing. By that time, I already done developed in my head what I'm gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So with that being said, yeah, you don't want to be in a situation where somebody who is very a woman that's very basically masculine. A roughneck. I'm gonna call it a roughneck. That's what I call it.
I got my brothers. Those are all the roughnecks I need. I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need you, love.
Anytime, and I'm gonna give y'all a little sign if they're not friendly. If they talk about, oh yeah, I'm bringing my mace in case somebody try me, You know, I done been. I'm like, you know what? We ain't going out. We ain't
Nope.
going out with you.
That's that Wonder
Like,
Woman complex. They think they're actually like Wonder Woman. They can take
yeah,
care of some. Listen, if a man like me or you wants to hurt a woman, there's no mace that's going to stop us. It
trust
gives
me.
women false hope, false power.
Or even they talking about going out fighting girls. Like, if you don't, you in an environment where these girls are looking at you weird, let's leave. I ain't got time for it. It's a
Yeah,
thousand
yeah.
places we could go here in well, I'm from South Florida. It's 1,001 places we could go and enjoy ourselves. You don't have to be here. You
Exactly,
know,
exactly.
like that. I done been in a couple spots. I done been in like a club where it was a bunch of beautiful women and the dudes around was just staring at each other. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I leave. So I need a woman just like that. Like, wait a minute, this don't feel right. Let's go. I done been in those
exactly.
situations. I done been in those situations where as soon as I left, they shot the club up, or they just start fighting.
Yup.
Everybody in the club start fighting. I ain't no, I ain't. When I step outside, I already. You have to have that mindset of anything that could go wrong needs to will go wrong, and
Mm-hmm.
you need to have a high alert. And every time I got caught slipping, I wasn't on high alert. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know, because it happens to me too, and I'm like, fuck. The only reason I'm not
Yeah,
mad at the other person. I'm like, that thief is doing what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna
I'm
do.
not.
The thieves will be thieves, right? But it's like, fuck, I was in the wrong alley at the wrong
Yeah,
time. I wasn't paying
like
attention.
when I was just telling you about that situation with the girls fighting,
Yeah.
I knew. I'm like I tell my consultations. I said, think back to the time it was a warning, and I knew the warning because she said something like, "Oh yeah, we go out here. If they try me, I'm like." And I'm like, all right, nobody go try you, girl. We finna have fun, you know. And then
Mm-hmm.
boom, now I'm in a date. Now I gotta fight somebody who I know don't love me, or better yet,
Yeah.
ain't got no respect for me. Because you should know off rip, I don't like women I don't like fighters. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
I don't need you to be a fighter. I want you to be able to take care of our kids and fight for our kids.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
other than that, nah, we got that covered. And the lifestyle
Yeah,
we live has that covered. So like we
yeah,
live in
no,
a certain neighborhood. I have my brothers beside me. Like we're always taken care of. So you don't even have to think about that.
exactly.
That's why
Hey
I'm moving,
man,
brother. Because right where I am, I'm by myself. I am a lone wolf. I got virtual brothers, but
yeah.
until I'm in the
Where,
same
where
neighborhood
you
as them,
located?
what's up?
What city
So
you located?
you know what? It's still up in the air. I think it's going to be Texas, but if not,
All right.
Virginia. And in both locations, I got a neighborhood where I can move into. My brothers are there. Shit goes down. We got each other's back. And since we're neighbors, we can build faster because we do business together. So yeah, yeah, it's going to
Perfect.
be on lot. Florida was on the list. Don't get me wrong. Miami was on the list, but I don't know if I can do it.
Woo. Hey, that's a whole topic for it, but yeah, that's a tough. But yeah, man. My list is Texas or Atlanta. So my family got
Ooh,
family in both.
all right. If you move to Texas, you know where I'll be. Atlanta. It doesn't matter because if we're all in the
Yeah,
South, I'm gonna visit all
yeah.
of
I
those
got
are cities where
I
I do
got
business.
all like most of my immediate family in Atlanta. So I like to keep the family close. You know what I'm saying? That's a part
Amen.
of
Amen. That's
that's a
gonna be the
part
hardest part
of
about leaving New York, though. My actual family is here. My sister, my mother. But other than that, I have to make the move. So it is
yeah.
what it is.
You gotta build on your own. But what's the next F?
Let's
If you don't
see. We
mind.
just did friendly. So wait, now I'm trying to forget. I wrote this. I need to know this. Functional,
Oh, I'm gonna pull it
fun,
up.
friendly, feminine. She got to be feminine. Because we were talking earlier about dominant women. I mean, all these things, they're very much the same, but they're slightly different. But at the end of the day, we're talking about dominant women that telling you that they're independent. What they're really saying is, I'm masculine. I've decided to be masculine, lead with masculine energy. I don't know what masculine energy actually is, but I'm projecting it and I'm doing things that guys do without knowing why they do them. So that means she's a danger to herself.
Oh my God, that's a great way. That's a great way to put it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
That's all it is. And so she can't. You're a we're all about energy, right?
Right.
I'm not talking about woo woo, but like we give out a certain energy. We project ourselves a certain way. Men project themselves a certain way if they're masculine. So if you're a masculine man, which I assume everyone here is, you gotta date the opposite of you, which is feminine. If you a masculine man dating a masculine woman, you guys are gonna butt heads and fight all the time.
I know.
We all do, man. We all do. And if you're like our younger selves, you actually you try to put up a fight,
cool.
and you're
Yeah,
like,
you
all right,
thought
let me speak louder, let me scream, let me break something,
Yeah.
and that only makes it worse.
Yeah, now you make it worse. Now they see now you what I like to call you in your hyper masculine.
Exactly. Which means you're
Now,
stepping out of your real nature. Exactly.
now once you're done throwing, punching holes in the wall and looking at it, breathing hard, now I see in the corner like, oh my god, he's crazy. Like, nah, you just tried to out masculine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just like, dang, I just did that. She got me off my square, got me out of frame, got me out of character, whatever y'all want to call it. It ain't alpha. All right. That's one thing we not gonna do. And a lot of women like say, oh yeah, you want to be an alpha male, rah, rah, rah. Like, no, it ain't rah, rah, rah. It's bye, bye, bye. That's the like as soon as you start with the bull, peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had my ex, you know, I started chopping it back up with her. She was like, you're so dismissive. I said, I have to be, because if I sit up here and try to make you do what I need you to do for me, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It works against you every time.
But guess what? You play sports, right? Basketball, football.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah.
When let's say you quarterback and the coach asks you to do something and you don't do it or you're not performing, the first thing you're gonna do, coach gonna do, yell at you. All right, and you still not performing. Give me where the backup at? Bye, man. Go sit on the bench.
We're gonna replace you,
and then you keep messing up after that. You off the team.
Yep.
Yeah. So
we already know.
I approach all my performance issues like that. Like, listen, if you can't do this, somebody will replace you. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And now I got to rethink myself. Like, dang, did I do my evaluations good? Like, you know, I played in college, so they used to do that all the time. Like, man, who recruited this man? Like, what? This is not what we seen on film. This is not what, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, and that's what it's all about. And that when we're talking about relationships, everybody forgets this. We reflect each other, whether you're on a team, whether you're at a job, whether you're dating someone. She reflects me. I reflect her. So if she's fucked up, everyone's going to be like, oh, he's fucked up.
Yeah. And you are what you attract. So now I'm attracting crazy, out of control. What am I doing in my life that is crazy and out of control, or I cannot handle my flesh, basically?
Exactly.
Right? So I gotta check my lust. Why is this girl in my life acting like this? Why didn't I see this?
Thank you.
Was I too lustful? Was I too emotional? Where did I stop thinking logically? When I start thinking with my feelings, all that goes into play with your 4Fs. Like, oh, she wasn't friendly. Oh,
nope. Exactly.
Oh, she definitely wasn't functional. I knew she had issues. Why am I mad at her when I need to be mad at myself? Okay, now I'm mad at myself. I know the issue. I refuse to be depressed or sad about it. And that's what I try to explain to my young brothers out there. I'm like, look, there's no need to be depressed or sad. Now you find out that you missed a step. And I feel like, you know, I know for a fact, women are, like I always say, women are easy. You just got to go through every step that you need to take every step. It's like I've been studying for my CDL.
Mm-hmm.
And even with real estate, it's called inspections. Before you buy a house, you inspect it. If you purchase that house as is,
exactly.
You don't know if the roof messed up. You don't know if it's holes in the wall. It's the same thing when it comes to dating. Making a woman the most, what I like to call the most important woman in your life, your wife. All right. If you buy as is because you like the way her
fat ass, is. Just say it. Most guys are in a relationship because she got a fat ass.
Fat ass. You know?
It is what it is. And
you do that little thing you like. So now you married. Now you're married,
And
but
she
she wants
stops
to
doing
be
those
got
things.
drama. She ain't friendly. She trying to fight your homeboys. She trying to fight the girl down the street. Like it's a bunch of chaos, and you trying to figure like, man, why she treating me like this? Well,
Yeah,
who wasn't supposed to be? That wasn't your wife in the first place. I always looked at it like that. If your woman ain't listening to you, that ain't your woman.
she's
A
not.
woman.
She's someone else. She's
If a
listening
woman
to
ain't
someone
listening
else.
to you, that ain't your woman. Whoever she listening to, that's their woman.
Exactly.
A lot of them, they ain't gonna tell you this, but their boyfriends is social media, right?
Mm.
A lot of their boyfriends is social media. You don't understand how many times I used to get screenshots of roses and petals on the floor, or when you gonna do this for
Oh,
me? Who is showing you? Like, where are you getting this stuff? Oh, you getting it from online. That's your real boyfriend. Make sure
the
you
make
go
believe.
online.
But that's what it is. Like,
Oh, that's why you never been that romantic. You know that's
mm,
not romance, right? That's just a dude buying a bunch of roses and making a big mess.
yeah,
Call
Disney
it
and
romance.
social media. That's her boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just like you don't even know the backstory. You don't know if he really loved the girl or not, or they just showing out for social media. You don't even know if she did it.
Exactly. She found that on Google Images. Come
I
on
know
now.
plenty. Listen. I know plenty. I would never name names or accounts, but I know. And my boy used to work for Saks Fifth. They used to go in there, pay him $30, $50 to buy Chanel bags, the Chanel shopping bags,
Mhm.
Chanel shopping bags, fake, and put the fake Gucci in there, the fake Chanel in there, all of that. So and I had to get on um my younger audience, 19, 18, 19. He was depressed because he's like, oh, my friends, they getting this money, they scam. I'm like, man, some of them ain't getting that money. They're not.
Nope.
Have you seen one of your friends ride by in a Ferrari they took a picture by yet? Have you seen them wear Gucci? Have you been to DH Gate? You talking to a man who used to sell fake Jordans to all the kids at his high school. So I'm saying it used to be a joke like, man, you brought them for fashion. You brought them, you know what I'm saying? So you know, you don't
Ah,
know. They got every Jordan that come out, everyone, and they ain't got no job. What you think? They said drugs ain't sold that like that no more. It's harder to scam than you think.
it really is. It really is.
Call
And
yourself being, you can mess around being in jail by the end of the day. Hey, so I was trying to explain to him like you can't what you see online ain't real. But what we talking about is real life experience. That's real. Those five F's,
exactly.
being the most alpha version of yourself, that's real because we went through something. I know what it feel like to be broke and ain't have no money. I know what it feel like to have negative $400 in your account. Like,
exactly. Let's tell
well,
it.
how you
Tell it.
gonna charge me for being broke? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
it costs more money to be broke. So, I know what it feel like. You know what I'm saying? I know what it feel like to be sitting in that clinic scared because the rubber broke and you just wanted to keep going. And you think now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I know what it feel like. I know what it feel like to have COVID. I know what it. It's just certain
Mm,
stuff we go through that I want you to relate. Like, look, if I went through it and I came out on top, you can, and I'm
exactly.
gonna help you get to that point.
Exactly.
I'm gonna dial back in my mind, even though I don't like digging up my own trauma, but I would dial back in my mind because I'm stronger than my problems.
Mm.
And that's what you got to be understand. That's the biggest alpha male mindset I could give somebody right now is I'm stronger than my problems. So whatever issue you see, I'm bigger than that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But
It's just
guess
that
what?
simple.
It's just that simple. But guess what? If you got a woman that's out here dramatic, emotional, she gonna think your problems are bigger than you. And guess what? I'll be like, hey, chick,
Nope.
you don't care about anything, do you? Uh, I do, but that's not. I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna handle it when I handle it. You know what I'm saying? And I done
Exactly.
been, like you said, ghosting, blasting. We're gonna talk about that one day. Um, you got to understand what it is for you. If you put enough, like I said, if you reap what you sow. So if you sow good seeds, you will reap them. And that's one of the reasons why when I do have these issues, I say, man, I know I do good. I done been on the chopping block for my job before.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pull up all the great things I did and all the extra stuff I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how I love this and I help people do this and I don't get paid for it. That and it saved you. Because guess what? I was doing it what I was called to do, what's in my heart to do. And a lot
Yeah.
of cats, for you're gonna run into problems. A woman gonna try you. She gonna give you problems. So you gotta know how to bounce back from it. You gotta know when to walk away, when to try to fix it. And if you don't, you gotta know when to walk away. All right, our time here is done. And it takes a strong man to do that.
Yes.
And these
Yes.
cats out here, they be making dating bigger than them. I'm bigger than dating.
Yup, that's
So
it. That's the best way to say it.
I'm bigger than dating. So with that being said, when I tell you want dating tips, why? Do what you like to do.
Mm.
Do what you have. Okay, you like sitting up in the room playing a video game. Find you a girl that likes sitting up in the room playing a video game too, or find your woman that like you enough to sit there and watch it. I don't be, you done been with a chick that just like you so much they will sit through anything you wanted. Man,
Oh, absolutely.
listen,
Listen,
I
I
done
only
had a
date
chick,
girls with the 5 Fs, and that's all they
yeah,
do.
I done had a chick sit there and read me a book out loud while I'm looking at setting up my placing up my fantasy football. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh, I do. I do. And that's what I'm saying. This is the life that a lot of guys can have, and they don't even know it yet. That's why I'm
Yeah,
happy that they're listening and starting to change things. But
yeah,
that's when you know
I
you got a good woman.
yeah,
Listen, I'll tell you this. So I will say this. I kind of slipped. So my girl right now, we're about to celebrate 1 year. She don't know how to cook. But I'll tell you what, every night she has a home cooked meal for me.
I'm sorry. Boy, what you do? Do you like
Well, I mean, I taught her a few dishes. There's that.
okay, okay,
But
okay.
don't get me wrong. On her own. On her own. I never told her to do this. I don't know. I think she might be like running into people's houses and stealing their dinners and bringing it home to me because I'm like, oh, snap. I know you didn't cook this. And it's just a joke between us. But at the end of the day, it's like she makes sure that I'm fed, especially now because right now I'm on my weight gain program. So it's like she knows I need to eat round the clock. So whether she's ordering food or getting food from other people that do cook, she's always got food for me.
Jesus.
So I mean, I don't recommend guys dating women that can't cook. But if she can't cook, is she the kind of woman that's going to find a way to make it work?
Bro. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like in the with lions, the man doesn't do the hunting, the women do the hunting. That's my girl.
Yeah.
She's bringing home the food.
Don't worry, don't worry. It'll come if the energy, if the energy is right and her heart there for you. And I
That's all.
always say,
Yeah.
I said, and they get mad on the time. I say, find a woman who finds joy
Mm,
in seeing you happy.
mm.
And I done walked away from a couple of those, and
Oh yeah, we got.
I'm still kicking myself because I want to be out here and doing whatever.
If we knew better, yeah. But I know what you mean, though.
Better back then, but the ones that did, some of them they just
Mm.
not. They gone. They already gone. They don't last
Yeah.
long. They don't last long. And then the ones that you did walk away that was like that, when you come back, they ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? They not like that. So it's just like, dang, bro. So what's the last F?
Last fuckable. She gotta be fuckable. You gotta be with a woman that you want to fuck and that
All
wants
right.
to fuck you.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay. So could be a whole. I wish I had more guys in it because we all
Word.
have different types and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I will marry a submissive 6. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I will date, mess around a little bit with a 9 and 8 and 9 and 10. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But I don't take them serious.
Exactly.
Because I look at a chick like, okay, what you look without makeup? The first thing I ask myself, can she still get it without the makeup and the hairdo and the filter? If the answer is yes, then okay, we can move on. Like you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
But what do you mean by the fuckable?
Well, if you're gonna be in a relationship, that means you're gonna have sex. I mean, for me, it's a given. Like, I'm never gonna be in a sexless relationship. So it's you gotta want to fuck her. Like you gotta like her visually, be attracted to her body, and she's got to maintain that body that you like. Because once things start dipping in one direction or the other, you're not going to be as attracted to her anymore. So her priority has to be that body. Health needs to be all of our priorities. So I'm not saying women got to look good for us. I'm saying we got to be good for ourselves, because I can't be a good man if my health is poor. And I say this as a man that's living it. The way that I used to date is not the way that I date now.
I
Because
think you need to add another F.
Oh yeah, what you got?
Food. Hey, I judge a woman by what she be eating. I'm sorry, I do that.
Food.
Food.
All right, go on, bro.
What is your nutrition? You know, I think, but that could go with fuckable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It could. But but you're right. And I mean, these things are bigger than just the
I
five
was in
F's.
the Twitter space, and
Mhm.
a woman told me the pH balance of a woman, like your body odor, all of that.
Ooh,
Even as a man, even our body odors is based off of what we eat
yes,
and what we're drinking. So if you
exactly.
eat McDonald's and you drinking sodas, you're gonna smell like when you start smell, you're gonna smell like that. And it ain't gonna
Yep,
smell the same way that you was eating. But you know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
if you drinking water, you eating your salads, your scent is gonna be different. And I noticed this a lot too. The more water I drink, when I spray on my cologne,
Mhm.
it's a different scent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do. And here's another thing: your cum. If some guys aren't getting blowjobs because their cum tastes terrible, and
Well,
it's
I
based
would
off of
say,
what you eat.
yeah. And we gotta get into that because I got a nurse. I'm gonna get my nurse to come in here.
Oh, please do.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm gonna get a nurse to come in here, and she was gonna talk about the hygiene parts too, because
Yeah,
I
that's good.
do
That's
I
good.
do tell dudes like when they come in my inbox, like, man, what I need to do to get this water.
Ooh, hydrate.
Get, get
If
your back.
nothing else, because
If your,
hydrate, even if you do taste
if
bad or
your
whatever.
if your urine ain't clear,
Exactly.
you ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
even when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, all right, it's yellow. I need a drink. Drink two
exactly.
bottles.
And that's
All
the
right, it's
only time
clearing
it
up.
should be yellow, not for the
Drink
rest of the
two.
day.
Yeah, drink two more bottles. All right, it's clearing up. And it's hard to do that, especially when I'm going back to work and it's like the
Oh yeah,
bathroom
yeah.
across the dang street. So it's just like so I try to get my water in, but by the end of the day, it's clear. I'm happy and I feel better at the gym.
Well, exactly. Yo, I'll give you a real quick
That
trick.
water saved your life, bro.
It does. I'll give you a quick trick for you and anyone listening. If you ever are in that situation, you just take a glass of water and some sea salt, like some true salt, not iodized. I mean, any salt will do, but if you have sea salt, you take a pinch of sea salt. That's what I've been doing the whole time we've been talking, because your body wants electrolytes. That's why you're dehydrated. So
Mm.
sea salt gives you all the electrolytes you need. A pinch of that and a cup of water. You do that every 15 minutes. Your piss will be cleared within the hour.
And guess what?
What's up?
Also, I gotta do a health one, but that BCAA.
Yeah, write all this down, because you got a lot
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Hey, we gotta
Yeah.
go. We gotta go to on to the next part. All right, the fuckable part.
Yeah,
I,
so those are the five F's. What else you got?
yeah, but see, the thing is, your five F's ain't nothing super profound or anything. It's simple.
No.
It's you already knew this. Hey, hey, man, you already knew this. You
Yeah,
already knew the five F's to be the most alpha version of yourself. You already knew this stuff. It's like, and that's what I say all the time. I say the sign of a good man is always going to be a man who could just unlock. I was talking to a young lady today. I said, she was like, "Oh my God, you be dropping gems and giving me knowledge on it." I'm like, listen, you already knew this stuff. I just unlocked it, help you unlock it.
exactly.
Because I do that because I learned that as a teacher. It's called
Oh,
probing.
you used to be a teacher too.
Yeah, I still am.
Okay,
Um,
cool. Yeah, you and me both. All right.
I told a line. So check this out. Eighth grade U.S. history. Uh,
My man.
it's a grind. But I love my kids.
Absolutely. I love my
Administration, I don't
students.
know yet. Some days, like, but
Yeah, they will try.
fire. My kids don't, you know what I'm saying. But I love my kids. But
Yeah.
what I learned was probing. Like, oh, why is the sky blue? And then I just ask questions like, this, that, the other, how the sunlight hit the water, da da da. And they're like, oh, that's what make the sky blue. You already knew the answer. I just, I just unlocked it for you. So I do that same thing with here. I'm like you just did it. Like, dang, what are these 5 F's that's gonna help me? All right, you already know you don't want nobody wants to be with somebody who's mean, not
Yeah.
friendly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be with somebody who has trauma that they didn't fix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody loves somebody who's fun. Like, dang,
Exactly.
why ain't look at it? You wasn't. You was looking at the last F. That's what we just called it. God, man, she got a pretty face. She got some fat lips. Ooh, she got
Mhm.
hips. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you got to be my boyfriend. I bet. Now you in a whole deep relationship because you want to hunt. I done been
Mhm.
there. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
I appreciate you for giving us those, 5 F's. I kind of added the food, but I feel
Food.
like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna do, and I'm gonna call. You know what I'm gonna call this? I'm gonna call that episode. I'm gonna bring you back because I want to do a little bit more research, even though I know what I know off of
Mhm.
you. It's called erectile dysfunction,
Ooh.
but it's gonna be based off natural stuff.
Yeah. Until
But
your body is right, you don't want. Yeah, you're gonna have some issues down there.
yeah. So, anyways, man, I know you had asked me something about
What did I ask?
well, I got it. I still got it. Oh, okay. We already went through that one, but what I wanted to know is what you mean about, like, you said something about Patrice O'Neal. You miss him. Like, what was
Oh
that?
yeah, you're a Patrice O'Neal fan.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Some
put
people
on
don't even know he
Patrice
existed,
O'Neal
but I mean that dude was the truth.
2018. I done watched dang near. If I could find one, I done watched all of them and just laugh like that. That was very. That was like a stress reliever for me. Like,
Mm.
oh, that'd be my quick little tip. I'm like, man, Google some Patrice O'Neal and laugh. You're gonna end up laughing. Whatever you arguing about with your girl, you're gonna end up laughing at her.
Yep.
Whatever
Yep.
you was arguing about with her, he gonna make them jokes and you just gonna be like
I mean, rest in
you gonna be
peace.
walking down around that thing like, what you laughing at? You? Like,
Yeah. I miss him. I miss him, man.
yeah.
And I came into him after he died, but like that dude was a special spirit, a good human being. His comedy will make anybody laugh. Like I don't even care about Dave Chappelle when I got Patrice O'Neal. So I mean, Dave Chappelle, he kind of dropped off for me, but you know what? It's Eddie Murphy and Patrice O'Neal. But do you know about Patrice's his the Beige Phillips show? You ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
Oh
I'm
snap!
about to Google that.
Yo,
I'm
listen.
gonna do that tonight. I was trying to catch up on my TV shows. I just cannot keep up.
Okay, so the Beige Phillips show was his radio show on Opie and Anthony back in
Yeah,
the
I done
day.
heard some of that before. And
Okay.
he used to bro, ooh, he used to go in.
Oh yeah, he did. He did, and it was fun and it was good. It was everything that we're talking about. But he showed you how to apply it in real life, and like you don't even have to listen to what he was saying. He demonstrated it. So whenever he has girls on set on his show, he's actually doing all the stuff that he's telling you to do. So you don't even have to listen to his
You need to post
advice.
that on Twitter. Send that link, bro. You gotta send that link.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I actually tweeted it recently, so let me pop that out. But anyway, so I love Patrice O'Neal because of everything we were talking about with the comedy. But the other side of it is he was the truth when it came to women too, and he did his field research. He went out and he fucked a lot of women because that's really what it is. You got to date and fuck a lot of women to get this insight. Because some of our dads taught it, but like it was lost generations ago. Let me see if I can find this tweet. But anyway, the Beige Phillips show. I think there's 12 episodes, maybe 13. I always forget. And it's just him talking about relationships and how women actually are. Because guys complain about how girls are, but at the end of the day, if you know how she is, you know what to do to deal with it. So they're giving you the life hack. The life hack is just doing the opposite of what they're trying to get you to do. And when you do that, like women just fall in line. So Patrice O'Neal,
Hey,
his show, the
hey,
Beige Phillips show, like what do you call it, Dr. Phil, but it
I'm gonna tell you,
was beige
I'm gonna tell you
or not
like this.
beige, the Black Phillips show. I'm sorry.
I think it was the last. What's my last podcast? But listen,
Let me
it's a
see.
game. right? And what you do once you finish playing that game, like let's say you remember Super Nintendo, one of my favorite games was Donkey Kong.
Yo, your
Right.
audio is cutting out, so I'm missing
Oh,
you.
can you hear me? One, two,
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. I can
Yeah,
hear
it's
you now.
one of my favorite games was Donkey Kong, right? And this how you gotta look at it. You gotta think a woman is just like this. Your favorite game is Donkey Kong, right? And you play the game every day.
Yeah, your audio is inconsistent. I can't hear you, bro.
Hold on, hold on.
It
What
might be
about now?
just like the wire or something. I think it might be the mic's wire. You're bringing me back to my audio engineering days.
Oh man. What about now? Check.
Yeah, that's solid. Just
All right.
don't move, don't breathe.
Ah, God. What about now? You
Yeah,
good?
so far so good.
All right. So look. So here's my analogy. You know how you play the game, right? Super Nintendo, Donkey
Hmm.
Kong. You play it every day. Every day. You love the game. You can't wait till you get home to play the game. And then one day you finally beat the game. What do you do?
Oh, we're losing you again, brother.
I said, one day you finally beat the game. What do you do?
What, you play it again because you know everything that's about to go down?
You wait for the new game to come out.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the new game might be a whole new dude. Because she already mastered you. She bored. You heard me?
Yeah, yeah.
She bored. And plus, if you change your ways to what a woman exactly, you're not even being a man. You're being what she wants you to be. Are you serious? She don't even want you no more. That's not who she fell in love with. She fell in love with the guy she met. Of
Yep.
course she gonna complain. Women gonna complain. If you change everything, if you change everything about yourself for that woman, she's not gonna want you no more.
It's not, exactly. And that's the thing. And that's the
Hey,
so a
you
man's
tweeted
test is a
something
woman.
like yeah, and I wanted to speak on that because you tweeted something like that earlier this week. I think
Oh,
it was
word?
about
If you can find
emotional.
it, let me know.
It was it's about emotional something like you. I forgot what you said, but you put it smooth. Paris jumped on it. She called us manipulators. Um,
Okay, I think I might know. I'm
have a
gonna
little
just
backbone. Tell a woman no, something like that, bro. Like be fun, be spontaneous. Oh, you
Oh yeah,
said
yeah, yeah. I was telling men how to keep their women. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. One day you gotta be Future. One day you gotta be Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you gotta change it
Can't
up.
be, can't be Future every day. You can't be Russell every day.
And you wouldn't want to be anyway. So come on.
Exactly. I didn't say it like that, but hey, some days I'm happier, I'm nicer, I'm more affectionate than others. And I usually tell them that, like, look, you're not gonna get the same me every day. I ain't gonna get the same you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it goes, I think it goes vice versa. But me and we're more stable. We like pragmatic, and we like to be, we like our, you want to be more predictable. So you want your woman to be kind of predictable. But the only way to
Exactly.
figure that out is if you control the energy of the relationship, the emotional energy. You got to have a certain level of emotional intelligence. And I do want to I'm gonna need that for the class. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
hold up. Yeah, absolutely.
And
So the way I put it is this: you look at all the things your girl likes, and it's her TV shows, her dramas, and her romance novels, right? All the characters are exactly what you just described. All those stories are exactly what you just described. So she is designed, she's tuned, she's programmed to want this crazy fantasy roller coaster rides, high drama, low drama. That is fun for her. You and I, we could argue about, guys can argue about whether or not that's healthy. It doesn't matter if it's healthy or not. It's how she is. So if you know how she is, fit into that. You got to be that character. You got to be, I mean, naturally men are, but the thing is, sometimes guys get real comfortable and get real boring. The worst thing you can do with a woman is be boring. She would rather you beat her so she has a story to tell her friends, go on TV shows, do the whole tour. She would rather be that woman than be a woman that's bored and has no story to tell about you because you are whack as fuck. And this is what most guys miss because they're like, oh, she wants me for my money. No, she doesn't want you for your money. She wants a man that is out there taking charge and kicking ass. Because men who have money had to earn that money, which means they had to do things that other guys can't do. That's exciting. So the clues are there, but people only see the superficial. They see, oh, it's because of this job or
I
that
done
dollar
talk,
bill that he
yeah,
earned.
I done talked to some. I'm like, man, your boyfriend had all this money, and you still, oh, he just had no backbone. He had no spine when it came to me, and like, you'll be surprised all these dudes that have money, big money, and super bad.
They're
And
only
now,
alpha when it comes to actually doing their work.
yeah, and now, and you that mean you ain't alpha at all. You can't be alpha with your woman. Then hey, you know us men, we ain't gonna respect that at the end of the day. Like, damn.
No.
Not even in the hood, like I done seen some certified killers get ran off the block because they baby mama showed them. Like, bro, that's your weakness right there. All we gotta do is get tell her to get in your head, and we got you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But a lot
yeah.
of dudes done been set up, caught up like that. And I don't want my fellas to be like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to be like that. So that's what brings me to my next point. What you mean? Like, I know what you mean. I know what is your take on the importance of dating multiple women? What
Ooh, I mean, that's a whole episode right there. So here's what
that?
it is.
Wait, you did say it. You said yeah, date multiple girls. And
Dating
I'm like,
multiple girls means every problem you have with a girl is typically because you're doing the monogamy thing. If you do monogamy, you have to put up with some of the bullshit. But when you date multiple girls, when the bullshit pops up, you just go to the next girl. So it is a built-in system to keep all your girls in check without having to do anything extra to put them in check. Because if my girl knows that if she acts up, I'm gonna leave and go to the next girl, she's gonna be like, oh, wait. I'll be nice. Don't leave because I don't want you to go to that other girl. I want you to be here with me. All right, cool. I'll
and
stay.
listen, I have a story about that,
Oh
but
yeah,
I rather not share on.
yeah. Time and a place.
Yeah, it's like that's gonna be a decent. It's gonna be straight to the point. But yeah,
Exactly.
it's
But
something
here's
like
this. What's up?
it's something like that. And I always let dudes know, like, bro, you don't have to tell a girl, yeah, I'm dating this girl, that girl, this girl, that. Like, you
Nah,
can.
nah,
Well,
nah.
I wouldn't do it, but like the girls, like I'll tell a chick, well, these what the girls look like that I used to date, or this who I'm like. But I'll let them know off rip. If you're a man about your, hey, you're not the only one. You my favorite one right now. Don't mess it up. If we're gonna go move forward in a relationship, and but a lot of dudes make that big mistake of like, yeah, man, I'm just talking to you, and then they get caught up. Like, nah, your day is Wednesday. Yeah, you might see me out Tuesday. Oh, what you doing Tuesday? I'm going out. With who? I'm like,
Out.
with a friend. I'm going out with a friend. And ain't
Yep.
like, and I seen a homeboy get caught up, like, man, I'm just gonna stay in and da da da. But he really going out with her. Then he get caught up, and now she got the upper hand. Now he look like a dog. When all you had to do was tell him the truth, because guess what? The truth is they doing the same thing. They do the same thing. They do the same thing. I know women. They have a guy for everything.
Yes.
I have a friend. She had a guy to make her pancakes. She had a guy. A guy had her on payroll. I didn't see. I seen a lot of stuff, man. My homegirls put me on a lot of games.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's the one I wanted, and I did want you to
Yeah, and we can go
You
deeper
got
with
one. Yeah, you got one more. I need point. Where the some controlling your emotions to summon your demands. Is that a book you're coming out with?
Wait. Break it down. Wait, hold up. I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. So one, I just tweeted that joint. So if you want to take a look at it, I got a link for all the episodes ready for you. Um, but yeah, that
Oh,
show is key from like.
how how men, because this
Mhm.
one, how men can control their emotions to summon them on demand.
Ooh, yeah. So that.
That we probably don't have enough time for that, but I did
How
want
much
you
time
to.
do we have? I can break it down in a couple minutes. And then so
Hey, Chris, how much time I got, bro? I don't know. We gonna keep.
all right,
Huh?
so as long as it doesn't shut off on us.
You said as long as I want. All right.
All right, we out. We going in. We going in. I do
Man,
these long episodes. One day I'll do a short episode. I don't think I've ever done a episode shorter than 2 hours. So anyway, that's from my first book, or my book from earlier this year, called Take Charge. So summoning energy on demand is recognizing that your emotions are energy. The thing is, most guys aren't listening to their emotions. They're avoiding their emotions. Yeah. Because everything I said, even the dating multiple girls, there's science behind it. Like you date multiple girls because you are designed to have many children. And the safest way to ensure you have many children is to fuck and impregnate many women. And then hopefully they get through the 9 months and you have a new child. So that's just science. That's biology. That's the way you are designed. And women are designed to share their men because they can only have one child for one man at a time.
Don't tell American woman that.
don't. But anyway, that was the science for that. And then the science for emotions or energy is, think about it. Your thoughts, which come from your emotions, your thoughts are calories being burned.
I know that much.
That is energy.
As a teacher, you know for a fact you thinking for everybody, and by the end of the day, you tired of thinking.
Woo! Yeah, you're bringing me back.
Yeah,
absolutely. So
that's
everything
I connect real good with like a lot of teachers, nurses, lawyers.
I believe it. Yeah, and I'm the same way. Yeah. And that's probably why we're here today. Yeah. So, but it's all energy, right? So once you know that your emotions are energy, and your emotions fuel your thoughts and your actions, it's a triangle, right? Emotions, thoughts, actions. Am I saying that right? Yeah, emotions, thoughts, actions. So they all influence each other. Your emotions, there's probably a dozen of them. I boil it down to about 8 inside the book. Once you're able to recognize an emotion, you see it for what it is, and you take that energy and you put it to work. But here's the thing. Most people fuck it up. They see the emotion, they're afraid of the emotion, and they run away from it. So with men, it's usually anger. And what does society tell you? Don't be angry. Angry is bad. And we can even go back to the Bible. You and I are men of God. In the Bible, it says, be angry, but sin not. Meaning your emotion is valid. Just don't turn it into anything negative.
Exactly.
Use that energy constructively. And when we look at the emotion of fear or anger is the universe, it's God, it's your body telling you something is wrong, you need to fix it. If, like we were talking earlier, like if I'm in an alley and I get robbed, I'm not mad at the person who robbed me. I'm mad that I put myself in that situation. So what do I need to fix? I need to hold myself accountable and be responsible and not put myself in situations that piss me the fuck off. It's totally avoidable. And that's all emotions are. So in the book, Take Charge, I break down all of the emotions and I tell you what they really mean. So that way, when you feel that emotion, instead of getting angry and getting caught up in your feelings, feeling sorry for yourself, because that's the destructive thing, it's how to recognize the energy and then say, all right, let me hold myself accountable. Let me do what needs to be done and feel better. And if you practice that, man, you can get it down to 30 seconds. So all this trauma that people are talking about, oh, I got to go to therapy for 15 years because my dad slapped me one day. It's like, nah. It doesn't take 15 years to overcome that. It takes all of 30 seconds if you have the practice, 25 minutes if you don't. But the thing is, you have to come to terms with what is the emotion that triggers all of this.
I got to read that book. I like that.
Yeah. And I pass it on to you. So you got access to it. It is a powerful book. 20 pages, and I give you 5, maybe 7 different techniques that saved my life and that can save the life of any man.
I got my own techniques too now.
Exactly. We all do. To get to where we are, we had to.
Like, I even got a homeboy. He's like, I used to hit him up like, man, you going there? He's like, he married. He was like, man, I'm at the gym. If depending on the time he at the gym, I already know he's doing one of his techniques.
Okay, you see
that emotional energy. Whether he's sad, angry, and he's working out.
Yeah.
I even put it. I'm like, man, hey, put that phone down, go build some muscle. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I like that because that's what I gotta start
Guarantee,
doing.
I
Yeah,
guarantee you that vein popping out your forehead will be a vein popping out your arm, and you're gonna feel much better about yourself.
exactly. That's what I tell depressed people. They're like, "Oh, I'm depressed, Knox. What do I do?" I say, "Do 100 push-ups." They
You know
never
how
do
to,
it.
you know
They
how,
never do it though. But the one
you know how
man
to
that does do it, the one man that does do it, he'll be like, "You know what? I don't feel shitty anymore." And I'm like, "Huh?
yeah.
Isn't that funny?"
It's no, it'd be so simple. It'd be so simple. They just oversensitize a lot of stuff, man. Because I tell dudes all the time, I say the way a woman goes through her emotions is not it's not the same way a man is supposed to go through his emotions.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I'm not punching no holes in the wall. Guess what? I got some boxing gloves. I can take my butt to the gym. I can
Exactly.
go. I can go listen to my Patrice O'Neal. I can go take a ride around a. You know what I'm saying? I got
Exactly.
got a hookah right here. I'm gonna puff a hookah or something. One thing
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do is
Just take
because
it
guess
out on
what?
you.
Yeah, emotions come and go, and it ain't not one dude sitting in there for a violent crime
Yup. Tell
that
him.
said 23 seconds could change your life for the next 25 years.
Ooh.
And when my coach told me that this was in high school, I was just like, "What are you talking about?" And then as I got older, I understood this dude is talking about controlling your emotions. And I think a lot of society, like I told you before the show, is
Yeah.
built on controlled aggression. The one who know how to
Absolutely.
control their aggression and their anger, they always they always have the upper hand. Even in fighting, MMA and boxing, you
Yup.
notice a dude who don't know how to fight or don't know how to box, you put a brand new person in there who got some size, got some athletic ability. They running around there with a person that know how to box. By
Ooh.
round one, they are huffing and puffing.
Yeah. The
Now
three
you
minutes.
gonna do
Yeah.
all your punches because you think this guy is scared of you. Yeah, you scared of me. I'm gonna hit you. You trying to knock him out. Now you ain't knock him out. Now it's round two.
Mm.
Fights usually last 10 to 15 seconds in middle
In
school.
real life. Yeah. Yeah.
In real life. Fights only last 10 to 15 seconds.
That's why you got to train to have that energy to do 3-minute rounds.
But like I said on the timeline, I forgot. One of them boys posted something about LeBron James fighting Mike Tyson. I said, listen,
Wait, what?
yeah, I'm like, that's not gonna happen. Even if he had two
So those
years.
aren't fighters. Whoever wrote that is not a
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah. Because you don't understand the level. You don't understand the
Uh,
level of in shapeness you have to. If you're not in shape, you're never gonna win a fight against a boxer. Ever.
yeah,
That's
then you
the
got to.
first.
And Mike Tyson. Oh man, I don't like it when people who don't fight
And
talk
I
about Mike
learned
Tyson like that.
and I learned this the hard way because I think I was 20 at the time. I was doing this boxing night. They was like, "Oh, you got a nice little hit." So I'm knocking jaws and
Oh
punching
yeah.
noses and making dudes bleed that don't know how to fight. So I
Mhm.
get in there with a little skinny white boy. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm finna work him." So I go in there with my old brawler fashion boxing, trying to chase him. Now I'm tired. Now once you get tired, you drop them elbow, boop, boop, and he just working me to the point where I had to fifth round. I'm done. Like, nah, bro, I can't. Leave me alone. And
Yep.
everybody like, you just got whooped. And that's the first time. Like, I respect a lot of stuff about life. Like, look, I know what a fight look like. I know what it. I know what it is to be a real fighter.
Exactly.
You're fighting for 15 minutes. You don't know what a fight for 15 minutes look like. Most people
Nah.
don't do no strenuous exercise for 15 minutes straight, but sit on that.
Yes. Some people can't even go up a flight of stairs. So come on now.
Yeah, come on now.
But I'm glad you know. That's why it's always
Yeah,
great
that
talking with
ring.
other
The
fighters.
only thing that save you in that bell is only thing that save you in the ring is the bell. You
Yep.
you better off getting knocked out first round because you. At
Oh
least,
man, that's
hey,
funny.
'cause the punches get harder and harder.
Yeah. But I mean, that first day at the boxing match, that's what they do. They put you in the ring. They're like, all right, at the boxing, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. At the gym. Um, they put you through that trial. And if you come back the next day, they know you got the heart to keep going.
Yeah, yeah. So we all have to look at that at the same way, like what your emotions is. bringing it back to what we were saying is you get in that ring, you know you have a fight. It's really a chess match. You don't just your
Yes.
hardest punch. You don't throw your hardest punch. You counter punch. You boom, move around. Let's see what he got. Let's see if he
Exactly.
got a good boxer ain't gonna take a hard punch right away.
Oof.
Now, experienced boxers, they know if they can get you or not. They, I don't see somebody make quick work. 30 seconds, boop, boop, boop. Like, oh man. But
Mm-hmm.
they already know that. But if they don't know who you are, then they feel you out, and then by round two, they got you figured out. If
Yeah.
they, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
that's how you have to do your emotions too. Like you said, you gotta sit up there, you gotta practice. Cause like even with me, I feel way better about myself because I
Mm-hmm.
thought I'd be on the speed bag. It took me 2 months to get the speed bag right. I'm like, man,
Mm.
I just ain't got it in me. Like I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep trying every day. I don't got it in me. You know that helped me calm down and bring me peace to my life. Like, man, I worked on
I
something.
believe it. I believe it.
I worked on something. Now I can hit the speed bag at a good rhythm and look the other way. I'm like, dang,
I love it.
I remember myself saying I ain't never doing the speed bag. I look like a fool. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. But you know what? Again, that's like everything in life is a test, and
yeah, so
you
like
gotta
some
pass
dudes,
it.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, some dudes you got the video game. What about
Mm.
if you don't have the video? What about sometimes your emotions gonna come on stronger? You don't have the video game. It goes both ways because you can have a super positive emotion and you can get what I like to call lost in reality. Now you thinking better, you think you're better than what you really are. You know
Oof.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to have that
Yeah.
box and play football and even coach football too. I used to tell the kids all the time, hey, don't ever underestimate your opponent because you're still high off the
Yep.
last win. So now you beat a team that you ain't beat in 10 years and you turn around and beat a team that ain't won it. You turn around and you're in a dog fight or you losing the game to a team that didn't even win all season. And you're trying to figure out. And when you see them kids' eyes coming out that sideline, like I feel like coming down from like when life humble you, that be the word. Like that be the words. Like I can't believe
Yep. I'd rather be humbled by you than life.
well, I done been humbled by a lot of stuff. Like
Ah,
I done have stories. So like,
yeah.
and then some people come to me and they're like, man, how you do it? Like, man, I just see you go through something. Like, dang, boy, it couldn't. I'd be going crazy right now, and I'm just like,
Nah.
I gotta,
This.
feel. I gotta. I know how to open this Bible. I know how to pray. I know how to read. I do all time. Man, I got a weaponry of mastering my emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why
Good.
we had
Good.
an
Good.
argument in a Twitter space one time, bro. Real talk.
Oh yeah.
I said, it should be no reason why you crying in front of your woman. There ain't no reason. And that
Agreed.
ain't gonna make the relationship better. You putting yourself on her level. You think that's masculine energy? No. She
Nah.
gonna go look for it somewhere else. And once you done crying, she gonna see, dang, Fatty, Greg ain't never cry. Dang, my ex ain't never cried. What's wrong with this guy? He can't control his emotions. I said, listen, you only cry at funerals and championships. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly. And if your dog dies, come on
Yeah,
now.
the dog that yeah, funerals, yeah.
Yeah. There's like 3 times.
I'm not crying because I'm angry. That means that's just showing you a sign of you can't control your emotions well. It's
Exactly.
okay to
Exactly.
be angry, but what are you gonna do? I feel like it's very important for you to take time out and work through your emotions. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that too because I done seen I don't listen. Some of the kids I used to teach are some of the toughest kids. And I done seen a teacher quit
Mm.
mid-job because they was picking at him stuttering. And I was like, bro, why you ain't tell me I would have had your back? You know what I'm saying? And I would have helped him.
Yeah.
It was his first year teaching, and the kids was getting on him. And I said, bro, you have to learn how to be, wiser and more calm than the kids. Yeah, they're gonna pick at you. You think I ain't never get picked on? They be
Come
like,
on now.
oh, you ain't got no net, you ain't got like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
lift your shirt up real quick. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like I be cracking back at them, and it's funny, but
Gotta.
at the same time, I I could easily get mad. I done seen them. I done walked in my class one day, and I done seen the substitute teacher walk out of there crying. Like, why are you crying? They just won't stop it. They won't leave
Substitute.
me alone. I'm like, you a grown person. You ain't know how to work through your emotions. You ain't know how to press this button. You don't know how to get me to calm down.
Yeah.
Nobody will come. I'm like, they coming. If you can't, you got all these other teachers that people will help you. You know what I'm saying? So I done been through
Yeah,
those.
I do. I do.
I done been in them situations where
You
I
know
went,
what? That's funny because I think
no, I'm about to lose my job today if you don't leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But now that once you get seasoned and you work, you understand.
yeah.
I do a lot of SEL, social emotional learning. So
Oh, okay. I never heard of that.
man, listen, I got my energy so right. I just give them a look.
Exactly. But you know what? I think that's why you and I are able to do what we do. Because when you talk the way we talk, especially in public, people come after you.
Oh
But
yeah.
guess what? I was a teacher. What else did I do? I was a teacher. I was a chef. I was what do you call it? I was raised by Haitian parents, right? So it's like everything that you think you're gonna
I already know them Haitian parents tough.
you already know. So it's like everything you think you're gonna say to tear me down, I've already heard it, and it was worse because it came from people that love me. So I'm.
Hey,
So
but
it's
that, I don't know what my pops did, but yeah, listen. It wasn't even listen. If I was going through a break, that's where I get it from too. I'm going through a breakup. They gonna make you laugh. You gonna make you laugh, crack
ooh,
up.
I like that.
You gonna and
Yeah.
laughing at you. You gotta have some thick skin and listen. That's why I look at them like you said. I done heard worse. I done laugh. I don't laugh at my. You know what sucks when they be trying to tear you down. You laugh at them, and you crack a better joke on yourself than they do. So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. Exactly. And they're like,
now
wait a
you're
second,
like,
I can't tease you if you're teasing yourself, and it's like, oh, okay.
exactly. Now, bring that
Because
ass
my thing is, I don't disagree.
here.
Listen. I'm a skinny motherfucker, so I get skinny jokes all the time. It's like I know I'm skinny. Like you can't say anything that I haven't already lived or heard before. So it's like it just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm chugging, and they say, "Oh, you short." I'm like, "I'm taller than you," but anyway,
Yeah.
short jokes.
But they only do it when there's something that you can do that they can't do. Because it's like, oh, you can't get all the girls that you say you get. You're skinny as a motherfucker. And it's like, yeah, I am skinny as a motherfucker. And guess what? I'm still getting girls you can't. So what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, come on now.
Yeah. So, and I don't like to joke on people because I know for a fact once I get going, it's a woo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see it even on Twitter. Like, as soon as
Yo,
you
yeah,
crack a
yeah,
joke
yeah, yeah.
and laugh, now they go to personal attacks, and I'm like,
Uh,
bro, you getting personal? I'ma laugh with you, ha ha, and I'ma still
exactly.
roast you because I know it hurt you. Like when they start getting personal or try to get disrespectful, I know it hurt you because I ain't gonna like you crack on me. You can look lighthearted, and I give you a jab back. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, like, oh, that's why you da 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 da, and your wife left you. Like,
Come on now. But no, it's funny.
you
At this point, I just
like,
I let her roll off the shoulder. It's one of those things where I try to find a funny GIF or a meme that I
yeah,
can toss
yeah,
into
yeah.
it. But yeah, it's all it's funny. It's funny the things people do when they know they can't beat you at what you do.
Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, you helpless. Yeah, I'm sorry that you didn't realize I was better than you. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's why I have a podcast to teach you how to be the most
Exactly. That's the thing. Like I'm trying to help you, and you think I'm your
Yeah,
enemy. I'm your brother.
yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't believe in alpha males. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this again.
Then cool. This ain't for you. Unfollow.
Hey, your insecurity, you're projecting your insecurities on me just because you don't feel like you're an alpha male. You're
Mm,
probably
mm,
right.
Yeah, you probably are.
You're probably right. Don't get mad
But
at
it
me.
doesn't have to be that way. Yeah.
Exactly. Don't get mad at me because you don't feel the way you need to feel to
Mm,
live the life you want to live.
mm.
And that's
That's the tweet,
fine.
brother. That's the tweet, brother.
Because I don't feel. I know. Oh, you feel your alpha? No, I know. Show me otherwise. Who's more alpha than me? You? You don't even believe in the word. You don't even want to use the word. So I know it ain't you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Oh, alpha male really doesn't have to say. I don't have to say it. But guess what? I'm going to show you I have that privilege. Because a doctor will tell you he a doctor. A police officer will tell you I'm the police.
Mm.
Especially the other undercover one. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Yep.
Uh,
Oof.
The wife gonna tell you she a wife. That's why she wear the ring. You know what I'm saying? The husband gonna tell you, you don't go, oh, husband don't have to announce he's a husband. That's why you have a ring on. You know what I'm saying? But everybody different. I tell them all the time, this is my podcast show. I don't really sit up there and say I'm alpha all day. I don't have to do that. You just know I say, oh, I'm out here. Shout out to my alpha males.
Yeah.
I can say shout out to my beta males. Nobody, I always say, oh, don't call me. I said, nobody wants to be called a beta male. I know that much. And I always tell dudes, I mess with them, say, man, you an alpha male, man. That was alpha you did. They ain't never say, oh, don't call me that. They just be like, yeah. Like, I always do them like that. They be like, yeah, that was alpha. Yeah, I said, it's some alpha shit. Like, I always say that. And I ain't not one time from any dude, they say, hey, bro, don't say that's alpha shit. I find that offensive. Nobody says that. But if I call you a simp or a beta male, now you in my mentions going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. And I tell people all the time, I say, look, if you ever say you the realest nigga, you the coldest, you the best at something, you're a king, you're a god, congratulations. Alpha, alpha male, or alpha female, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-aggrandizement. All I'm teaching these guys is what a real alpha male does. He works on his mind, his body, his spirit, his finances, his life. He changes his environment for the better of himself. And people don't understand that. He builds a legacy. He's a leader. People don't understand that.
Exactly.
Hey, I can sit up here and say I'm an alpha male because hey, I'm a teacher, I'm a personal trainer, I know this, I know that, I'm an expert in this, I'm an expert in that. But guess what? I might not be an expert in what you said, sound tech. So guess what? I'm not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might not be an alpha in every situation. I guarantee you, my kids are sick right now. Guess who I'm finna call for guidance?
Yep.
The mom, who's a nurse. I'm pretty sure she has way more experience dealing with sick people than I do. I barely got experience dealing with myself when I'm sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody gonna have their chance to lead, and that's what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have their day. Like that's why I don't understand what the big problem is with the whole gender role thing. Like, bro, you're gonna one day I'm gonna need you. One day you're gonna need me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what
exactly.
I think that's what that Twitter space is about. Because she said women need men.
Oh yeah, there are women that believe they don't need men
all day, and they don't even understand the reason they don't even need men is based off of men.
Exactly. So like, first off, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't a man. So you need men because you needed your dad to give you life. So how are you going to disrespect your entire family lineage, all the shit that we done been through, to get you to the point where you exist? You're gonna say, "Oh, all that was bullshit. I can do it all on my own from here on out."
Right, man. You got these black girls out here thinking they don't need us. Well played. Well played. Well played.
You wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for men.
Exactly.
Literally. So like, one, you wouldn't be alive, and two, Twitter, Instagram, all these Facebook, all these places that were built by men wouldn't exist. The internet, your mobile phones, how many men create the world that you existed? It is disrespectful to say that you can do this life by yourself. And I say the same to men with women, because it's not about, oh, we need men because women are useless. No, or women or men don't need women because women are useless. It's we need each other. We are complements.
I said it today.
What's up?
Lock without a key is a useless lock. A key without a lock is a useless key.
Exactly.
So men need women and women need men. And it's always going to be. And if you don't really need a man, I just need you ladies right now to go ahead, open your phone, and delete every man number. Don't need them. Every man number, and buy your 5, 6, 7 one of them rose toys that they like to talk about.
Oh, they got collections, all right. They got the collection.
Raise you some cats.
I mean, I'm telling a lot of guys, whatever cat stock you can find, buy into that. Cat food, cat accessories.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of lonely women coming around these next few. It ain't this is too late. It's going.
Oh yeah. We pass the point of no return. But everything that I said, it still applies. There are good women out there. Maybe it might not be 80% like
Yeah.
I think it is. But if you once you leave the US,
Oh,
once you
now you talking. Now,
yeah.
yeah.
And then here's the other side of it, which is even though I'm saying like leave the Western world and you'll see how real men and women operate. But here's the other side of it is last year we had lockdown 2020. All the women that said that they were independent, they don't need a man. What was the first thing they did when shit hit the fan and they didn't know what the fuck to do? They called men like us. And they said, "Hey, what's up?" Trying to get in our good graces. What are your plans? Or they just wanted us to make them feel better because that's what men do.
When them
We
kids had to stay home, and when them kids had to stay home and couldn't go to school, they realized, wait a minute, I'm the first teacher. I'm the real teacher. And I always,
yeah,
listen, behind every brilliant kid is a brilliant mother. I'm telling you, a mother that's consistent.
absolutely.
Most
Ooh, consistent. Say that again.
a consistent mother. Now, some kids, they're born out the womb, they're brilliant, and the roles that grew out the concrete. But it ain't exceptions can't be rules.
Exactly.
Most child geniuses had a stay at home mother who was
Yeah.
consistent doing something. I done seen it. So now you take the mother out of the home because she want to work every day like a man because that's what they're designed to do. I know why it's so many reasons why women. I'm not blaming nothing on women, but when
Yeah.
you have that mentality, that feminist mindset that I could do everything a man could do. Yes, you can, but that don't mean you should. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Exactly.
you can have multiple wives, don't mean we should, especially in this climate and how women are. Anyways, I always say this: you might as well get two. They gonna accuse you of having two anyway. You're gonna get accused of.
Might as
You
well.
might as well get one
Hey,
because
listen.
I done seen way more men get their lives ruined with one woman than with two that was open.
Ooh, tell him,
Yeah,
tell him,
we
tell him.
won't even start on that, but that's gonna be polyamory Twitter versus monogamy
Mm,
Twitter a little bit later. Anyways, but the truth always sets us free.
amen.
So, with that being said, you got to be honest about the truth. The truth is, they don't want you. They're anti-family in this society, and it's more
Exactly.
women than men. So, to have a productive society, because people are the real currency, they're going to promote women working more, dealing more. It's just a win-win situation for those in power. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It's a win-win situation. If you had power right now and you wanted to keep everything as is, what are you going to do? Of course, you're going to promote feminism. Of course, you're going to
Yeah.
promote LGBTQ. Of course, you're going to promote living your best life and being single, nobody telling you what to do. Of course, you're going to say patriarchy bad because it's making you money, it's keeping you in power. Why people don't understand that? And I'm sitting up here saying patriarchy ain't bad. Okay, they gay. So what? So be it. But
Sorry, I'm seeing some. I'm,
that's not gonna bring power to you. That's not gonna bring power to me.
and that's what it's all about. Like, where's
Yeah,
the power going? Is it going
yeah,
outside the
and that's
house
how
or
they
in the
say
family?
it when they hear the word alpha male. You see a man that's wants power up front.
Yes.
I could go covertly and get it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I could have signed a contract with one of these cool podcast people and talked about
Oh yeah.
lighthearted relationships and problems and stuff. No, I'm over here talking about solutions. I'm over here trying to show
Yeah.
you could be better and you could get a piece of that power. It's a reason why they like women in the workplace and give them money because a woman gonna spend more money than a man. If right now if they gave me or you $100 million,
Mm.
what are we gonna do with it?
Oh, I'm investing that. I'm trying to get the billion.
Okay, guess what? Obtain power. That's what we're gonna do with it. We're gonna do so much with it to where guess what? I got $100 million. It's probably gonna be 170 million. It's probably gonna be a
At the
hundred.
very least. But like I said, I'm going for the billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give a woman $100 million, it's probably gonna be 50 million. By the time you know what I'm saying. Now,
I've
it,
seen it. I mean, not with 100 million, but I've seen it with other things. And
yeah,
you
yeah,
see it in
yeah.
business all the time. Like here's a great example. Like you and me, we go to work, right? And then there's a woman that's going to work that same day. If we all make $1,000 by noon, the woman will be like, "Oh, great, I get to take the rest of the day off." If I make $1,000 by noon on any given day, I'm like, "All right, let me see if I can make 10,000 by the end of the day." I can't stop. I'm hungry. I want more. If I can do this, that means I can do it 10 times over. Let me see if I can do it by midnight.
Exactly. That's what power look like. And hey, I'm trying to get more money. I'm trying.
Thank you.
I'm trying to build a legacy. Because guess what? Why you think Kevin Samuels is so popular? When he started going in on
Mm,
women, y'all want high value man. You don't want to work for the rest of your life, which a woman has the right. I feel like they do have the right to not work for the rest of their life or work as hard. You're gonna
yeah,
need a guy with some kind of financial, a stronger provider than usual. So
yeah,
guess what? You're gonna have to put your likes, your wants aside for your needs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, instead of dating off attraction, now you got to date off of necessity for a better lifestyle that you want and stuff like that. And I think that is why he's so popular because he's telling them, hey, these men who built their life up a certain way want a certain type of woman,
absolutely,
and you're not it.
exactly.
And they're like, because nobody ever told them the truth. But
And,
if
and
they actually listen to men and actually follow men who are in that lifestyle who have women who don't work and they just parlay around and do that because it's just a lifestyle they want to live.
it is, men like us. So here's what it is: lazy men are all about sex. Accomplished men want more than sex because we know how easy it is to get sex. So I know that like with if I want to by the end of the week I can have several dates lined up and I will get laid. That's easy. So when I'm looking at a woman, I'm thinking about the five F's. Even though other guys may not be able to articulate it the way that I did, we're
Yeah.
all thinking about it. So it's like, yeah, I know I'm gonna get laid. That's easy. Retarded people have sex. Like
Man, listen, I
sex is
told
the
him,
easiest thing in the
yeah,
world.
I told the dude, like, man, you ain't gonna get no pussy talking like that and doing the alpha male. They don't like that. They're like, you don't
How
know
much?
women
And
at
he
all.
come on now, exactly. And you know he's not like drenched and flooded with pussy. Come on now.
Nah, bro.
So,
Nah,
but
bro.
anyway, my point is this: that like
What if I told
so.
and I told him, what if I told you you could be unapologetically who you are as a man, as dominant as you want, and still
Mm,
attract women? And,
exactly.
oh no, yeah, I do that now. No, you don't, because you wouldn't have told me what you told me. you know,
Yeah, exactly. And those are the guys that they're saying what we're saying, but they have to mutter it under their breath. So like me, I can be whatever I want. I can say women are this, women are that, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way. But those guys are the ones that actually do mean it in a derogatory way. Because when their wife or their girlfriend gets mad at them, they leave the room and they're muttering, "Oh, she's a bitch," blah 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 blah, under their breath. Remember that Key and Peele sketch where they were talking about the word bitch?
yeah.
It's that. So you and me, we can call our girls bitches, and it ain't no thing. But they have to go high. They got to go to the moon to say bitch because they have no power in their relationship.
Listen,
They have no power within themselves. They have no
yeah,
honor,
yeah,
integrity, confidence.
yeah. So I'm like, that's so funny that you say that because I'm like, you're like, hey man, I get DMs all the time. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I get DMs all the time. Like, hey, say this. I say, man, do I agree with this? All right, I'll say it. Why you ain't saying it? Nah, I can't say it.
He
Beta,
create a secret chat. It's encrypted and
beta
everything.
male, beta male, beta male. You're simping. You scared of your girl, bro. You scared of your girl.
And I tell women this
And
all
I
the
say it
time.
out loud to dudes too. I say, bro, you scared of your woman. You scared of your woman.
Intimidated by a woman.
It's,
But and here's the thing though,
yeah.
because and it's not all these guys, but a lot of them, those are the ones that are actually the predators. I call them parasites, not predators. But at the end of the day, these are the
Why
ones
you
that are
call them
actually.
parasites? Wait. Why you call them parasites?
Because think about it, as men, we're predators. Period. Like the lion is a predator. It's not a bad thing to be a predator. It just is what the fuck it is. You go out there, you dominate, you hunt, you kill, you win. Overall, you are a predator. That's why no one wants to fuck with the lion with the mane. So it's not a bad thing to be a predator. All men are predators. All people are predators. But parasites are people that prey by pretending to be nice. They cuddle up to you. They get inside your system and they leech off of you.
Hey, put that up on the screen right there. He said, "My girl has an OnlyFans." And
That's a joke. That guy, he's the satirical Hotep.
Yeah, I like that. I like
That shit was funny though.
and I'm okay.
Actually, we should start looking at these because I think some people made some comments. I don't want to ignore them.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
joint right there. That's funny.
My girl has.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Nobody. What my dad said. I be
What's
thinking
up?
it'd be my mom on this account. That sounds like something my mom would say.
Which one?
Oh, click on that one.
Greg's or someone else's?
Yeah, that's my dad. Right.
Yeah, Greg said this like an hour ago, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you seen it? I ain't see it. I ain't see it. I was back and forth trying to make sure.
I've seen everything they've said. I've seen everything.
Hey, that's what I love about StreamYard, man.
Mm-hmm.
StreamYard, you can see everything.
And these are on different apps. I've never used this before, so that's cool. Everyone gets to be part of it.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all the apps.
Yo, I'm gonna post this on Facebook. I thought it was just a Twitter thing.
No, it's on my Facebook. You got to add my Facebook. But yeah, man.
But I'm gonna put the link on my Facebook so other guys can be part of it.
Yeah, and vibing, man. We got to throw. I'm trying to get something called a podcast or content party going with.
Yeah.
Podcast creators come in. I wanted it to be a big extravaganza, a big party, like a night where you gonna walk around with the camera. Everybody promote their podcast, their YouTube, their shows.
Nice. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, put it back on the thing.
That was a funny one. That was
yeah. My girl has OnlyFans. Like it's crazy, but
what I was saying is, wait, let me real quick with the parasite thing is because the people that are committing these crimes, more times than not, they're your friends, they're these beta males, they're these guys that are pretending to be nice because they think that's how you get sex. They think that's how you get a relationship. And when they don't get their way, that's when that anger comes out and that's when people get hurt. And I'm not making this up. Y'all can look it up. The statistics when we're looking at rape specifically, the worst heinous crime you can commit. A lot of the times, it's someone you know. And it's a guy like these guys that we're describing, not guys like you and me.
Yeah.
And that's the danger. And that's why I tell women, I'm like, these male feminists are going to hurt you. And the statistics back me up.
Yeah. And I always
parasites.
I definitely don't like the whole. I feel like that's what I like to call, because I'm gonna do a podcast called How to Be Jezebel Proof. And
you know what? You sent me a video about that, but I didn't have the chance to watch it.
That feminist mindset, and I didn't even put part to it, but that feminist mindset is definitely a part of what we call a Jezebel spirit, which is a demon that took over, got the black community in a chokehold.
Oh yeah,
and
we divided by it.
And it's a fake gender. I always say this, it's a fake gender war. It's great. It makes great.
Thank you. It ain't real. Yeah, it ain't real.
It makes great conversation because trust me, I dated a woman who's a self-proclaimed feminist. She was one of the nicest women I ever dated. Like you said, when you got them 5 Fs and you the most alpha version of yourself, you get a different. How a woman treat me might not even be how she treat. Like it could be a woman that treated me like crap and come to you. You know what I'm saying? Treat you like a king. And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I tell my boys, I say, yes, he did this for me, that for me. But she didn't do this for me, and she ain't duh. Like, I don't even treat everybody the same. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
You can't. And no, not everyone deserves it. I'll give everybody respect, but I'm not going to give everyone my all.
Every coach don't coach the same player the same way. Like,
I can't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So this guy over here, I probably have to talk to him regular. This guy over here, I'm gonna have to yell at him to get him to run faster.
Yeah, and people don't know that. So when you get in my group, there are some guys that I don't yell at them, but I mean, I'm more stern, and then I mock them or whatever because I got to wake them up. And then there are other guys. I can be the nicest person in the world to them because I know they're actually just gonna listen and do what the fuck I say.
Yeah, and that's why I actually advocate. Like some dudes, I'm like, bro, can you please? I'm about to kick you out of this chat if you call yourself a beta male. I'm such a beta male because I did this. I said, bro, I never.
I don't know what that means.
Hey, listen here. Just because you do something nice for a girl that did something nice for you, don't make you a beta man. What is wrong with you? And then
Exactly.
like,
Exactly. And that's a lot of these kids they get it all mixed up
yeah,
and
they
they
do.
turn into something
Yeah.
that's not. And it's like, dude, that's not what we're talking about. Like
Where,
and you
and
know
then I'll
what?
be like, "Where's your father?" And they be like, "You know, I ain't got a date." I say, "Okay, damn. All right, that's what made you. You
Yep.
don't know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
just don't know. You was raised by your mom. That's fine. So you around some men now. So let me put you on. You know, I be getting on them because then I have to be like, wait a minute. So I got to think, you know, because it's coming from a place of love. But at the same time, be getting on my nerves sometimes. Like, bro, we done went over this because you know, because you know, as you've been a teacher, you done answered the same question 7 times. You're gonna
Y'all ain't
get
listening.
y'all ain't listening, and that's
Hmm.
why you're getting hurt. You know, so
Yeah.
it's a learning process, and that's the stuff you got to go through. You got to be able to take that. Some people can't. So everybody ain't called to teach. You know what I'm saying? A teacher just supposed to show you. A good teacher gonna teach you how to teach yourself. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Because I
So
don't
that's
even call
what.
I mean, we are teachers, but I don't even use the word teacher because I'm not doing anything special. I'm just reminding you something
Yeah,
that you already knew,
you
which
teach a
is why
man
you
how.
have an aha moment. You're like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
because your soul already knows the truth. I'm just helping you to recognize it.
And I'm like, all right, so that's the same thing that I listen, you have a problem, you need to self-educate. Those are the biggest people who are the most genius. I know you're self-educated because you came up
Yeah.
with concepts that make sense to you, make sense to me, and make sense to hundreds of other men. That's why I brought you on the
Mm,
show. You're gonna
yeah.
save a lot of lives with the 5 F's. You want to add that 6 on there with the food. You go with that one F fool, you're gonna save a lot of lives. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
that one
saying?
alone, absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
so you're gonna save a lot of lives doing that. I'm gonna like one of the I always say this, one of the reasons I even continue my podcast because I was getting all negative reviews and
Mm.
you're a chauvinist and misogynist, rapist. I'm like, how am I a rapist? Like, what the hell?
I love it. I love
Okay,
it. I mean, my
right?
DMs, my mentions, yeah, I get
Yeah,
them all the time.
so then
I
you get
don't
that
love
one.
it, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's just wild.
you get that one message like, bro, you saved my life. I put that drink down. I put that gun down. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? He's like, is that a tear? No, I ain't crying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Who
I
cutting
said,
onions?
man,
Who
I
cutting
listen.
onions?
Yeah, you like, man, I listen to you while I'm lifting weights and I'm mad at my girl and I be chilling after that. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, okay, let me keep going. And then
No, you have to. And in
in
my
the club,
experience, I've done the math. I don't know if it's the same, but like if I get 10 messages, 3 of them will be all that mean shit, and then 7 of them will be good. So 70% of the time, people resonate with the message and they're grateful. So I'm not going to change anything for 30%.
yeah, and that's what it is. And you know, I used to base off my mine. I used to always base it off. They were like, "Don't do nothing for women validation." I'm like, "Great." So I'm gonna get the opposite. If women hate it, I used to base it off if women like my podcast or not. Like
Mm.
if women liked it, I ain't do it right. Like if other women liked it, I ain't do it right. If
Yo,
the
but that,
feminine,
yo, that's a key to life though. If people like what's his name? I don't know if it's true or not, but Mark Twain has a quote something like, "If the majority agrees with everything you say, you're doing something wrong."
yeah,
Because you're not doing anything new, inventive, creative if everybody agrees with you. That just means you're likable, which means you're not shaking things up, you're not adding anything new. You're just saying things that people already like. I'm not
mhm,
being I don't write the way I write so I can purposely be controversial. I'm just saying things that I don't see other people saying and they need to be said.
yeah. It got to come. Truth comes from the heart, man. And we
Mm.
know truth, and some people hate it, and some people embrace it. Like, was it you? Somebody was like, no, it was my boy, the red pill guy. He was like, double standards exist. It's okay. And sometimes you just
Yes.
gotta tell
Yes.
people it is. Oh, they did this, but it's okay. Now you know the rules to the game. Like I
Yep.
pointed out, man, we could talk about shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, fuck a bitch, fuck a hoe, pimp a
Yeah.
hoe. Don't you say nothing about them gays. Your shit gonna be shut down. But you made a
Exactly.
whole living off of killing dudes like that look like me and you.
Mm,
Rapping about killing dudes that look like me and you.
mm.
Rapping about slapping hoes and doing hoes and that
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like your moms. That could be your sister. You know what I'm saying? You
Oh,
putting
I
all that
know.
in. Music plays a big part. We gotta do a music episode. But I ain't never hear nobody talking about running, killing Jews, killing crackers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Canceled immediately.
Doing what's right for your mom, your parents, doing what's right for your community.
Woo.
You barely get that. And I know if you could come up with a catchy beat about shooting niggas in the car, you could come up with a catchy beat about
Absolutely.
putting your community
I
up.
mean, we go back in the day. We have. I'm not even back in the day. Some of these rappers are still going at it, but I'm thinking about Dead Prez. I'm thinking about De La
Yeah.
Soul. I'm thinking about Tribe. I'm thinking about so many. We've seen the examples. But anyway, you know what? Like you said, that's a whole other topic for a whole
Yeah,
other day.
yeah, man. But I appreciate you for coming, man. We running a little, we done went overtime on this thing. But
It's
I
all
had
good.
to,
I enjoyed it. I'm glad because this is our first time seeing each other face to face. So I'm
yeah,
glad we
bro.
had the time. We got to just rap.
Salute,
Yeah.
salute, man. I'm one day I'm gonna wear a suit on this thing. I
Oh, you
think,
changed it up. There you go.
yeah, I
I
switch
always
it up.
wonder, like, how should I show
The
up? I just show up as
the
myself.
business show, I usually wear a suit. You know what I'm saying, or something like if I
Kevin
get,
Samuels style. He's out there
yeah,
always
yeah.
suited up.
If we gonna talk about, I want to do a product review because I want to get a dude who knows something about cigars. Get him on here. I might get
Okay.
a little jazzy. You know, I
Okay.
bring y'all anytime you want to jump on the show every Tuesday, man.
Hey.
I
Yo, if
tell
you I like the idea. But you know what would be really cool is if we can find more guys that are doing their own work and then we can all talk. Like have a rap session where we just going in on a certain topic.
oh yeah, I got him.
Because I'm not meeting enough guys that talk
Yeah,
the way
no,
that we
no,
talk that are making
I
moves.
got my man. I just did a podcast with him, Dari Speak. That brother's a cool brother. I'm gonna get him on my show.
Cool.
Um, he does the YouTube, and we'll get on the StreamYard. How many people I can get on here? I think I get 10 people.
Damn, that's a lot. That's more than enough. We only need 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get some women on here too, like-minded women, opposite-minded
Oh.
women.
Oh.
Who you know.
I've always wanted to do that, but I gotta get. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
He said, "Don't scream on them." All right, my bad. Hey man, yeah. If we get 5 women, 5 men, gonna be some screaming.
Exactly.
But my
Tweet.
bad, my bad. Anyway, man, I appreciate it. Vibe 95 for giving me the platform to speak, get our name out there, and we gonna tell our story like we always supposed
Absolutely. Absolutely.
to.
And if you want, what's up?
No, no, he said I can't see your face. Yeah, we're gonna tell our story like we supposed to. Black male media. Black
Hmm.
men need to share images, positive images of us. You writing a book, I'm writing a book. We living a lifestyle we want to live. We ain't doing it with drugs. We ain't doing it,
Nah.
you know. We ain't gotta be a thug to get the girl we want.
Nah.
I ain't saying I'm being a nice guy now. I ain't no nice guy. But anyway,
Exactly.
man, this not. I always say this at the end. We don't be talking about people on here. It's not tea. It's protein. Notice
Mm.
I ain't. I don't do too much shows talking about celebrity lives and stuff like that. I just hate that
Nah.
because I know it's not real. You know what I'm saying?
There
So
you go.
I had one girl, she wanted to come on the show and talk. Yeah, let's talk about wrestling. I don't know those people. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I know plenty of fake YouTube couples. I know plenty of couples. They make good enough money because they're portraying an image. Even if I hated, even if I was wrestling with and I hated Sierra, you would never know because it's too much money involved. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always say what you see on TV ain't real anyway. But what we talk about is real
Exactly.
because we get our money from the people. We ain't getting it from the network.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had to earn it because I said something valuable.
All right. Yeah, we got the links under there. The email list. So y'all go ahead. Can you post the links in the email list for me?
So yeah, that's everything. You guys have full access to it. If you join the email list or if you go to book directly, you get the book free no matter what. So it's there. Take Charge ain't free. Actually, I think they tried to shut me down today, so I got to find a new place to host it.
That's all right.
But
You got it.
but we still gonna make the moves. We still gonna make the money. We still gonna help the people.
We still gonna be strong.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, man,
Amen.
that's one thing about it, man. This technology, they can't keep a man down. We'll try to make our own platform. That's what we will do.
If that's what it takes. But I'm gonna get the message out. I'm surprised because I'm banned in so many places. I can't even shop on Amazon, but they still let me on Twitter. They still let me on Facebook. They still let me on Instagram. So I'm
All
still
right.
pushing.
We got it. We got it. We'll get together, man. I'll drop my number in your inbox.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna
appreciate
link
you
up.
coming. This been a record 2 hours.
We did it. We
It's
did
been
it.
worth it. I was supposed to go meet some friends. I was like, nah, bro, we doing the Lord's work.
Oh my man. All right. Cool.
All
Cool. I
right.
appreciate the time.
All right. Peace out, man. Like
Peace.
I always say, it's not tea, it's protein.
It's not tea.
Hey,
It's
jump in
protein.
that. Yeah, hey, we need to jump in that